Why did the little girl fall off the swing?
I don't know.
Because she didn't have any arms.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not the little girl. What's blue and doesn't fit?
I don't know.
A dead epileptic. Fuck. Go on, Marlon.
Good evening, scumbags.
Welcome back to another episode of In the Doghouse, the podcast that wants to party. But you got to tell it no. You got to tell it no. Go on, then, Marlon. Let's go.
Ring the fucking bell.
Housekeeping.
Buy the merch. We have some incredible new t-shirts on the website.
Yeah, boy. It's
legit.
It's the election t-shirt, the Marlon and Reg 2024. It's the campaign of the century. They've never seen anything like it. Yeah, I was looking for a button. You don't know what to press.
Like to pull wall.
What's up, baby?
It's you having a soundboard.
Not another one?
I don't know where I don't know where I put it.
So we got the election t-shirts on there. I've done it in the Reagan Bush style. It's our little tag.
Beautiful, massive.
I've got our little tagline at the bottom. War with France now. They look fucking banging. I'm over the moon with them. They're on there now. What other t-shirts have we got on there, Marlana?
So we have the Doghouse Drinking Department t-shirt.
Yes.
Which is, again, fucking fire.
Yeah, it's epic. And we've also got the Patreon-only t-shirt, which is the Anti-Drinking Drinking Club. Yes, two-sided print. Nice little chest logo on the front and on the back. We've got the wavy... I don't know, where did we get the design from, Marlon? I don't know. It just came to me in a dream.
It's like an epiphany.
When I was seeing the Hat Man, I all of a sudden thought,
that's a good t-shirt,
Anti-Drinking Drinking Club. So yeah, they're all on the website now. If you want one, get one. There might be some other stuff coming on there soon, Marlon. Is that right?
Big sticker restock, which should be with me... Actually, when you're listening to this.
Yeah, get yourself the 2024 Marlon and Reg.
The bumper sticker of the century.
Yeah, let all the fucking liberals and the woke-tards know what the fuck is up, all right? War with France now. That is our...
Let's fucking go.
That is our running campaign slogan, not like, what was it, Blair's? Education, education, education. We're going for the Trump vibe. Make America great again. War with France now. So yeah, check that out on the website. A big up to Patreons. Big up to Patreons. You legends. You're literally
keeping the fucking lights on.
Keeping the lights on, keeping the show going. It's massive thanks to you that we're still here. Without you and the sponsors, we would be in massive debt and probably divorced. You're not making any money out of this. Why are you still in there? Yeah, so big up to Patrons. You can join the Patreon, and that gives you access to the Discord, all the fucking shithousery that we do.
But the best thing
is the Pit Viper giveaway.
Oh, Reg, what do we do every month?
Every month, end of the month, last Friday of the month, unless you're away in your fucking wanky van.
Hey, come on, she's a honey.
So that will be the 26th of this month. Friday the 26th. We'll be live on YouTube. Fuck assing about. We usually say we're giving away a pair of Pit Vipers, but we end up giving away more shit because we're like 3 pints in, and we're like, let's give some more stuff away because we're just nice people. But yeah, so check us out on there. So if you become Patreon, we give away 2 pairs of Pit Vipers every month. You can join the Discord, which is just absolute debauchery and skullduggery. Yeah, I don't know what have I seen on there this week.
I dread to think.
I actually saw some hot pussy on there this week. Usually it's just cock.
Damn, hold tight.
Every time it's like tits, and you're like, yeah, and there's some bloke with a fucking hammer of a cock, and you're like, god damn trannies. Every time. I'm already wanking by this point, so I'm just driving it home. But anyway, yeah, there's fucking absolute madness there on the Discord. You can join in, and and you get access to the Patreon-only merch. So that's...
And then when you're on the Patreon, please pay attention to your fucking messages. Just install the app. It's really easy.
Yeah.
Because Henner's Batters and Jacob Nappet, I am still waiting for a fucking reply.
Oh, well, there you go.
Useless cunt.
We'll be giving 4 pairs of Pit Vipers away in a minute if you don't fucking read your messages.
Oh no, the Pit Vipers are gone. They won the hoodie and the t-shirt.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, apologies. But yeah, well, there you go. Look at your fucking messages. Yeah, so that's that. And Marlon, important news. New sponsor alert. Big up. It's a stick up. Southern Loo Hire. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between. wedding season is close upon us. Event season is nearing. Have you got a wedding or an event that's coming up, or are you doing an extension on your house, or are you doing a mass building project where you're like, oh yeah, get the builders in. I don't want them shitting in my toilet. They're disgusting humans.
Or maybe your toilet is just broken.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you've got an event, whether you've got a wedding coming up. These guys have got you covered. They do everything from portable toilet hire to luxury toilet hire, covering Surrey, Hampshire, Sussex, and Kent. Not only do they just do luxury and standard toilet hire, they also do welfare units for your building sites, which is fantastic. Guaranteed next day delivery, short term or long term is available. Big up to the guys over at Southern Loo Hire. You can check them out online at southernloohire.co.uk. Links in the episode description, links in the bio. You can get through to their website, ring them, WhatsApp them, get a quote online, or you can book directly. You book directly online. So big up to them for sponsoring this episode.
They won't leave you in the shit.
I knew you were going to work one of those in at some point. Right. Who are we joined by tonight, Marlon?
Tonight we have got
You're laughing at your own joke.
It's fucking funny, all right?
It was pretty good, I'll give you that.
We have got none other than Mr. Smooth himself. KIRBZ, how are you, mate?
Hello, how you doing?
Too bad, you?
Yeah, not bad. Better than Marlon at the minute. Looks like he's suffering over there.
Never seen him so fucking red. Look at him. He won't be this red at Glastonbury, the cunt. Oh dear. We're also joined by the one, the only Buffalo Bill, Will Austin.
Good evening.
We're back. He's back again
to
argue with me over whatever we find to argue about. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find something to fucking disagree.
No, wait a minute. You didn't get it.
We're done with that. We shall move on, Reginald. We shall move on to the future.
We've patched up. We're all fine now, aren't we?
We've kissed and made up.
How are you, mate? Are you all right?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good. Thanks for coming down, man.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
it.
me. Very good.
Yeah, let's kick off with you then. How's your week been? Got any fucking lawnmowers stuck? You just cunt. Sorry. We said we weren't going to do this.
No, I haven't. Not one.
No,
I haven't. It's been quite wet. A few first cuts have been a bit tricky.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you're aware. But no, it's good. We're getting there. The clocks have changed, which is nice.
They have.
Really
it's
nice, isn't
starting
it?
to dry
I love
out
it.
a bit. So yeah, work's getting busier. So I'm a happy bunny. There's nothing really of any excitement. It's just mowing lawns.
No
and
detective work.
No detecting anything. Not a lot. Oh, I went to the car boot sale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that is as good as it gets at the minute.
What did you
went
go?
cheddar?
We don't cheddar.
Did you go to buy or to
No,
sell?
to buy stuff. We woke up late.
Why would you do that?
Because I got kids, and on a Sunday they want to do stuff. And I want to do stuff. So I was like, let's go to car boot sale.
Daddy's hungover and he thinks it's a good idea.
We need more shit in the house.
As it, you come back from the pub on a Saturday night. I'll take you to the car boot tomorrow, kiddos.
Well,
6
car
o'clock.
boots.
I used to love going to the car
The
boot.
thing is, Marlon, because cheddar's a good one, as you said,
Yeah,
cheddar's
huge.
good. But in April, when we got a load of rain and wind, not so good.
Oh, fuck.
You go to Cheddar or any car boot sale, as we all know, in the middle of summer, packed. Bargains galore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love doing? Haggling. How much for that? £1. 50p.
You cheap prick.
Come on.
And then you throw the coin at them.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
you.
If it's a windy day, surely you just sit by the Harris fencing and just wait for all the fucking toddlers' clothes to blow down there and just grab them all off the fence.
Yeah, or some
Straight
kites. Yeah.
Straight on marketplace, end of the day, like.
No, it's quite quiet. We will go more, though, I think, as the weather gets better.
They still sell wank BB guns, shit gold chains.
Yeah, there's a guy at the end at Cheddar, because they got an indoor bit where the go-karts used to be.
Yeah.
He does bongs and guns. So he's basically
My man!
Champion.
He's pretty good. My daughter picked up a grinder. I went, Daddy, what's this? And I just said, it's for grinding herbs. I was like, well, that's not really a lie, is it? But I also don't want to say to her, that's for grinding up marijuana that people smoke, and you probably shouldn't try that just yet at the age of 7.
You haven't ruled it out for it yet. Just yet.
Yeah, you could do it, just not yet. Maybe next week when we come, you give it a go. Not today.
Then you can upgrade to the bongs.
It's been a long time since I bought a BB gun. I think it might be time again.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a bong?
fucking fit.
I never really got on well with it.
No, we used to make them with a biro pen and a bottle.
Yeah, I
and,
used to
and a
do
bit of
that.
elastic band and stuff.
Yeah. Back in
Just
the
a
day.
shotty bottle.
Yeah, they're pretty dirty.
Yeah.
I can see you down. You go down there at Will's daughter and buy my first bong, Fisher Price.
That's the one, yeah. I'll let you know next weekend if we go down. You can come down and meet us there. We'll go and do a bong on the down by
I'm
the
really
lake.
busy.
Imagine just taking a fucking rip on my first bong. All lights up and he goes, that was a fat hit.
My head's spinny.
Daughter's actually just blown bubbles out of her. His dad's absolutely pie-eyed.
One more and you'll whitey.
Is that wanky meat van still down there?
Yeah, the meat van. He's got a microphone on as well.
Yeah, and
so
he's like $120, $200.
yeah, that's it. And then when they come and pick it up, he's like, "All right, my love, there you go. You have a nice day." It's kind of like a shit stand-up sort of comedy thing there.
Yeah, he's ever the salesman, that guy.
Yeah, but he does well, I think. 'Cause he's right on the way in and out.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I don't understand how he does it all so cheap, because meat isn't cheap and it is all British as far as I'm aware. So,
Yeah.
like, what is he go to the abattoir at the end of the day, just scrape up what comes out of fucking
I
shit
think a lot of
passage?
it's like badger, roadkill, and rabbits. I don't really know. I haven't
Cats,
bought anything.
dogs.
I've never bought from him, so I'm
Waste
not sure.
not, want not.
A lot
That's
of
all
spare
I'll say.
horses. Tesco fucked up, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's just hanging out down the
Main
hunt
supply of
kennels like.
Spinders.
So yeah, car boot set. That's as exciting as my life is at the minute. Haven't done a lot. Oh, went to Glastonbury. Went to a gig in Glastonbury town on Friday.
Oh, yeah, you did.
That was good fun.
Yeah.
My mate's in a band, quite a screamy, shouty band. But
Heavens, it's all like this.
why is
very
he so
heavy.
angry? But they were good. They're called the Brave Ones, in case anyone's interested in shouty music. They're the King Arthur.
Shouty
It was
music.
very shout. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
when they hold the mic and go, "Roar," that
Yeah.
sort of thing. But it was good. And the
King
King Arthur. I mean,
That's on High Street, isn't it? On
yeah,
the corner
bands I'm fine, but pubs, I do pubs. So all I heard was, "Do you want to go to a pub?" And I said yes. So we went to the King Arthur's. Good little pub that in
there. What are
Glastonbury.
you doing on stage, you cunt? I thought we were going to the pub.
So that was good. And then a few pubs in Glastonbury after. That was Friday. So yeah, I probably still was hungover curbs on a
There we
Sunday,
go. Look,
actually.
told you,
Yeah,
guy.
for the car boot sale. And then a trip up to Gorse to look for the goats.
Goats.
Hold on, goats.
You know, the little mountain goats that pot around the gorge.
Oh, you just went to go look at them, or did
Well,
you get
when
a
you
goat?
got kids, it all, you know.
I had to restock the meat van.
I took my BB gun and my bong.
Got a grinder for the sausages.
That's it, yeah.
Get 'em high as fucking sham.
So that's, yeah. I'd love to say, like, oh, I don't know, I was abducted by aliens or my Land Rover's broken down or something. But everything's
You haven't seen what a 30-06 does to a mountain goat?
We didn't see the goats. They're talking about closing the gorge, aren't they?
Have you seen how
What?
much they fucked up the car parks?
Or the goats.
Oh, yeah,
No,
no.
the fucking I don't know, the
Yeah,
council.
did you see
Yeah,
that?
with the big Gabion blocks of...
Did you see how much we
Yeah.
fucked up the car parks? That's
Well,
why
yeah,
they fucked up the
wow.
car
We are
parks.
literally responsible
Yeah.
for that.
That is only us
Well, we
to
didn't.
blame.
We didn't fuck them up that much. We were
You're
just-
about to say nobody died.
Yeah.
You would be right in saying that nobody died, but
we had a good go.
Hang on, wait.
Yeah.
No one died. So, surely someone died.
Not that I'm aware of.
There was a lot
I know.
of car flipping and
Oh
crashing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I went for lack of trying. But
A few definitely got turned into bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
I'm
reason
surprised.
the fucking railings there on the corner are all taped up. 'Cause one of our fucking listeners pulled the cunt out. He had he hit it with a jazz, I think. The railing comes straight through the dashboard.
Really?
Yeah. Again, another near miss, and the police are like, "It ends now," and we're like, "Yeah, okay." Well, I say we. God,
There was
those
some
days are-
wanky security in the bottom car park when I went down to pick the van up. It's
Really?
fucked.
Yeah.
And all the car parks have like been decreased half in
Yeah,
size.
yeah. Well, it's quite busy when we went through because it's half term at the minute, like Easter. There's a lot of coach trips and family.
Have they still got all the big coach car parking up there?
Yeah, the coach.
Oh
and
yeah,
they
of
got a
course they
turning bit
do.
as
For all
well.
the fucking
Space.
Chinese that are there, like, "Oh, Big Rock."
Yeah, they were there. Yeah.
seen all of them.
I didn't see Gilo. I thought he'd be down there as the DPRC sort of main man. But
He's
he
probably
wasn't.
up on top, naked, holding a flag.
in his bum
That's
cheeks.
where the goats are.
Yeah. Licking peanut butter off him. Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So yeah, that's that. Really, nothing. There's nothing. I got nothing.
Got nothing.
I only go down to the
Nothing.
fucking gorge. The only time I go to the gorge is to drive through it to go see the fucking dentist so I can get absolutely bent over. And yeah, that's before I get in the chair.
If your
But-
dentist is bending you over, they're probably not doing the right hole. I don't think they're at the wrong end. I reckon.
He still gets his filling.
Oh, fucking place. Fucking don't get me started. It'll be a fucking night.
What's wrong with your teeth? You got nice teeth. Good
Yeah,
teeth.
they're kind of like, they're kind of like Marlon's escort, really. They look great when they're polished up and like clean, but like the moment you lift the lid, you're like, oh god, there's those. What? Where's the rest of it? Yeah, but it's just shit teeth in it. But there you go.
Escort for sale if anyone's interested.
I was eyeing up your escort every day because I'm a state manager now down at
Estate
his
manager,
place.
yeah.
State manager.
I'm a state manager, so nothing.
Doghouse estate manager.
Yeah, nothing happens without me knowing about it up there. But I did. Yeah, I was looking at her. I thought she's nice colour, dark blue,
with green mould on it.
not that bad. I don't.
No, it's
think.
not.
You're
It'll
not
come
selling
off.
it.
It's dry.
You're
It's
not
in
selling
because
it.
it's in dry storage, isn't it? So I was looking at it through the window
Yeah.
in the heated garage and stuff. So it's all in good nick.
Oh yeah, because he put the roof on that, didn't he? Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I dragged it out of storage to put the new roof on it,
yeah.
and it's just outside because I've been doing
The
other
good thing is you
things.
put a roof on your lean-to like you planned.
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't quite get that far, did we?
No, it's just a big
I
pergola.
literally have leftover roofing sheets. Get fucking Jacko. Jacko does fibre cement. Just get him to swing past with a half pallet.
He's got everything he needs there. I'm sure he
Yeah.
has. He's
I
had
haven't
it
got any
since he
roofing
put it out.
pallets.
If honestly, I'm going to put it out now. Somebody, anyone who deals in roofing sheets, Jacko, just swing by with. You got some offcuts. You must have some at Air Drive. Just swing on up with the fucking rigid and drop them off.
I'll tell you what he does have. That's barbecues. Can you tell everyone how many barbecues of different sizes and shapes that you have in your garden? It's going to take a while to count.
2, 3.
And the big one the one that
Oh.
gets towed around, the smokery thingy, that counts. as
There's got to
barbecue.
be
7.
Is it 7?
I think it's probably 7. Yeah.
I have 7 barbecues.
Yeah.
What?
No,
You
it's
can
good.
never
No,
have
it's
too
good.
many
No,
barbecues.
do you know what? There's nothing worse than going to your barbecue and it's like broken, so you need another one. So it's good.
He's
Yeah.
got backups for his backups.
Yeah.
Well, there's one gas one for doing like the onions and the sausages on because they're like shit, and then you've got like an offset and a reverse flow offset.
Fuck off.
small
Right.
and big.
Hold on. We've all been to Marlon's barbecues. He's got all this amazing smoker stuff. He just chucks a gas man on and fucks and burns the sausages on that regardless. We know you.
There's no pink in the middle, you cunt.
I usually do a joint of something.
In the oven.
No, never in the fucking
No,
never
no,
in
You
the
do,
oven.
you do get the smoke, right? I will give you that.
Which one?
Yeah,
Depends what I'm
exactly. Yes,
doing.
you choose.
That's
Eeny,
it.
meeny, miny, mo.
What's the offset? Do you
Whatever
need-
one's the cleanest at the time.
It is like a fucking driveway. It's like a fucking front yard in Alabama, isn't it? I got my 4 smokers out front. Got my old Ford that I'm going to get going one day.
He's
That's-
like he's doing tailgating but forgot to leave the house.
Here's about 4 engine blocks I got knocking around.
There's only one engine.
I'm
I was
going
going to say
No.
there is an engine, isn't there?
There's an
Yeah, there is
there's
an
a
engine.
TD5
Yeah.
lump in the.
Oh, I'm going to turn that into a coffee table one
No,
day.
I sold it on eBay about 6 years ago, and the cunt hadn't come and picked it up.
Is that because you filmed yourself chopping it up in pieces to tell them to fuck off, like
No,
normally
I,
do on
I
Marketplace?
genuinely, I sold it for, I think it was £1.
Every week he sends him a picture of him with a gas axe next to it, like you coming, cunt.
I don't get it.
No,
Oh,
but
that's your washing line you did that with? The grinder. You had a washing line in the middle of the lawn. And Beth was like, we don't really use that. You said, right. You come out with a battery grinder, chopped it up into little pieces and threw it in the corner. And that's still there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
You never know when you
Fucking
might need a bit of
hate
washing.
Yeah,
line.
you're right.
washing lines in the garden.
It was one of the ones that folds out, you know, like the metal ones.
Yeah,
that pull
yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
folds out. One of them.
Hate them.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just
We need to do a scrap run, I reckon.
yeah.
But the thing is, you'll be like, well, I need to keep that. I need to keep that.
Oh, hang on.
Well,
Right.
everything
Okay.
outside is usually fucked.
I want at least 2
Yeah.
bits of the washing line to stay.
Well, I could use that for this.
Yes. Oh, but, well, your gates, when are they coming on? Oh,
They're coming on.
They're coming on. Because
Uh,
last time I asked you, which
have
was a
you
while
been fed all this information by fucking Chief?
Can I just
Can
say,
you
she
just
gives
rip
me
this out of him?
she gives me donuts and coffee, and I
And information.
yeah. I've got a list on
It's
my
like the
phone.
fucking KGB's coming
I
around
got
my
a
house.
list on here from Beth to say
Right, dig him at that.
stuff that. Oh, I just saw a message from my wife. Did you eat the last cream egg from my desk and about 7 angry emoji faces?
Just
It was my breakfast this morning. I left the bedroom. I crept out and I thought, we've argued about who owns that before.
and this was.
I'm going to fucking have it.
This
I was
is the-
driving to work with a coffee and a cream egg thinking, today's a good day.
And now he's sleeping in the truck.
I'm going to reply and say yes. Sorry, I got distracted then. My list. Yeah, I got a list from Beth. She says, can you just try and just mention this and get this done? Your gate is hilarious, though.
I was fucked.
And I know that I'll be the one that goes to open it and it will
It'll
fall.
fall off.
And then I'll be like, oh, God. Now this is serious.
I was going to like reinforce it somehow. And then no matter what I do, There's no wood left.
There's
No,
nothing
no.
left.
There's wood attached to the wall, and there's wood attached to the gate, and then there's like air in between
Yeah.
those bits.
There's
Yeah.
nothing I can do with that. But
No.
like the gate builder has all the dimensions now, which I did on Sunday.
Oh, good.
I just need to order the track
The
system.
gate builder. God, fucking money.
Estate manager, gate
money-
builder.
Money's changed him, hasn't it?
Shout out Patreons.
Just £6 a month can pay for Marlon's gates.
What I was thinking of doing, I'm gonna have a maglock system with a
Oh my
remote.
God.
So I don't have to you could just press it and the maglock releases and you can slide the gate back and then
Yeah, I'm down
Yeah.
for that. I like
Just
that.
put a
Yeah.
fucking free phase on there, like.
We had a nice one like that at the old work I used to work for, and then every time we went to use it, we had to call the gate company out because it didn't work. We were on manual mode 90% of the time. I'm sure it were.
When I was on holiday,
or it just stays shut.
when I
Yeah,
was
I'll
on
jump
that,
over it. I'm tall.
I was in that big villa in Catalonia a few years back. I was there in my Fiat Panda, like pressing the button to unlock the gate, and it just wouldn't happen. I was like, "Fuck it, don't be gentle, it's a rental," and I just fucking ditched a cunt up like half on a 45 degree in like up this shitty little side road. I was like, it might fall over in a stiff wind. But I was like, I know the trucks that come up and down here don't stop for shit, so I was like, lean it up there. Rang the bloke and he was like, "You need to switch to manual, like you." He's like,
Get the Allen key out.
there's a little button you got to press, and then you could just fucking drag the cunt round. I was like, yeah, like this wasn't $3,000 for a week, but whatever, we'll crack on. Like,
Got to open my own gates.
yeah, fucking knobheads.
Curbs, how's your week been, mate?
It's all right. I got a new job,
Oh,
so I get to go home now. It's exciting.
You
Yeah,
don't have to go up and down the fucking country.
No
every
more
day.
motorway. Well, there might be a little bit, but I actually consistently can come home. No more motorways.
all the whole smart home, like we were saying earlier, all the robot hoovers are like, shit, he's back, quick!
Yeah.
Hide,
Back
only
in
been
your
gone
docking
for-
stations.
It's only gone 8 hours.
hide the Chang, the robot hoovers there, hoovering up all the dope they've been doing while you've been away.
It's wild. I don't know what people do in the evening. They're saying these guys have been wanking myself senseless.
I mainly drink and break stuff.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I've been doing. I've been like full-time alcoholic, but because in the new job I'm having to learn, it's quite difficult to learn with a hangover. So
Yeah.
I'll be in the market for a new job in about 3 months.
Just turned up fucking pissed with a fucking semi every morning.
Monday to Wednesday, I do a cracking job though.
That's not bad. That's 3 days out of 5.
Yeah,
that's
it.
a good ratio.
If we go down to
Curbs.
these 4-day weeks as well, I'm pretty much 75% there, aren't I?
Yeah.
Not
I
bad.
do hope they come in. That'd be fucking
Oh,
funny as
that'd
fuck.
be great, wouldn't it?
Your
It'd be
neighbours must
lethal.
not know what the fuck is going on.
I'll be honest, I wonder if they think I'm some sort of spy because I kept turning up with different cars every week for the longest time, and now, well, they probably thought he's been fired, I guess. He's been fired from MI6, who's going around in his little orange and black van now.
Oh, fuck, doing private surveillance. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, I've heard his home's wired up to the eyeballs. When you're sleeping, loads of little blue lights start moving
He's
around the floor.
Screaming at Alexa next door, turn the fucking lights off! Would you just
You
fuck off?
useless bitch. She has got an attitude problem.
She has. Well, I've changed some of the accents too. I'm not going to say exactly what they are so I don't offend everybody. I've got a different, it's like going around the world in my house. So, yeah, the Indian kitchen accent, he's rough. He's proper nasty. He's vicious.
You
That
must add more spices. More spices.
The good thing is, I've got true speed in, and me lights never synced up to it, so I'm on manual lights now, which is it's so frustrating. having to turn my own lights
How
on.
the other half
Do you know
live?
what? I've just ended up leaving the fucking lights on. I thought once the bulbs go, I'll replace them all, won't I?
Alexa, turn the oven off. It just won't turn off. You're like, oh, just leave it on.
That's the house's problem now.
Turn the gas off. Oh, never mind.
Rumba, you deal with it.
Your accent, so you like turn the lights on. Does Alexa go, oh, curva?
You bloody what?
Fuck you, bloody.
Bastard bitch.
Do you miss the driving on a motorway though?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I
Yeah.
actually liked the driving. It was just the staying in hotels. I'm not listening to as many podcasts and audiobooks because I got a 25-minute journey into work now.
All right.
So it's
So you're missing out on the boys. It take you a week to listen to the
that's
fucking
it.
show.
It takes a while to get through stuff, which is good. 'Cause you
Yeah.
sort of, I'm trying to find going out on walks and stuff like that. Trying to find excuses to listen to stuff like that.
Going
'cause I
out
do
on
enjoy it.
walks. Fucking gay.
I'm getting the word.
I know it's.
We
I mean,
walk
it's-
to pubs. We are men.
The thing is, I don't go
Or
to the pub
crashes,
anymore.
we've
I
done
just
this.
text the boys. We go around mine and scream at Alexa for a few hours and get pissed.
Getting into the fridge there, fucking KIRBZ. Crack open another stubby, mate.
I tell you what, and the neighbours, I felt really judged by the neighbours when I had the week off in between the job because I ended up drinking a lot as usual. My fucking recycling looked horrendous. It's just whiskey bottles. There's about 80 cans of Foster's and Bud Lights hanging out.
Oh, what was
The fucking Roomba's trying to tow the cunt out. Like.
overload?
You want to chuck them over the garden fence instead of putting them in recycling? Might be a better way to do it.
That's a good idea. To be fair, I reckon I'd get it over the mule's garden if I leave a little bit in the bottom.
Me's are GIRBZ motor overload. No, it's not bueno. Oh, fuck's sake! Your smart home never-ending content. Your smart home.
No, I want to do some stuff to it, but I've got I had to get adult up a little bit. I'm desperate to get the bedroom curtains to open by themselves.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
Fuck
I really
sake.
want that. I could do that in the more nice summer's
Can't
day.
you get a bit of string and some pulleys?
That's
that way.
effort.
That's
What, Wallace and
manual.
Gromit
Cat.
style?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then when
get
and
just
a
a little
hatch
motor.
to go through the kitchen to put your trousers on for you, and then a bit of toast to come flying across. You know,
I'd do that, yeah.
And watch out for the evil chicken, though.
It's
penguin.
Need a German accent for that. It isn't. The morning has arrived. It is time to get up.
House has become sentient.
People ask the questions.
Oh, God, no.
I hope you're ready for breakfast. We have tons of gas on.
It is toast, so you are toast.
oh dear. So the new job's good then.
Yeah, the new job's good. I've had to learn a bit, but that's been all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Other than that, there's nothing really too exciting. I'm not going to say too much about the car because it's currently for sale and it's a good vehicle at the
It's
minute.
mint.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the Merc.
no,
No.
better than that.
You have a new fucking car every week.
So I
KIRBZ.
was in between company cars. So it was an option. My options were a red Audi A8, 1.8. That was it.
Oh,
just NA.
what? A red Audi A8?
Is it A8? Yeah,
A4?
It's A4.
I'm gonna say-
Sorry, A4.
Okay,
It's
so
not
you're
the
not having
A8,
a 1.8 and
No,
an
no,
A8?
yeah. The A4.
Was it an Avant, the long
NA.
one?
No, it was
a van?
1998, just a stand non-turbo. Or I found a Vauxhall Astra 2-litre turbo SRI for £700.
Yeah, that's right up
It
your
was
street.
£750. I got it for 600. The guy came out wearing his pajamas.
17 careful owners.
Straight
He
off
was
the
one of
council
Froome's finest.
Oh.
It stank. So trying to sell that at the minute.
Did he have one of those early learning centre bongs as well?
He absolutely did.
I know the guy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
sells BB guns too.
So, yeah, currently in the middle of trying to sell that. So dealing with Facebook Marketplace.
So how much
Yeah.
was that? 700 quid, was it?
I got it for 600. I got it down from 750 to 600.
That's a bargain.
Your
MOT?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's got MOT.
It does.
It's got MOT till December. It's lowered at the front.
That's mad. Oh, well, hang on. Why is it only at the front?
Because his fucking JSA wouldn't pay for the back.
It only needs to be lowered at the front. You only see the front, don't you, when you...
Well, it's more aerodynamic then, I suppose.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
got blue side lights. It's got a boot that doesn't open.
The problem is your truck.
Window.
It's all well
Have you
and
gone back to 2008?
It's bad.
it's
Brought it
all,
round and I just couldn't stop laughing.
it's all fun and games, isn't it? Buying something like that, but you're in the situation now where you're trying to sell it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be disparaging to SRI Astra owners, but I'm going to be.
And single mums, do them as well. Come on.
Well, your target market and demographic are cunts, basically.
It's not great. I've just had a message, actually.
Go on, read
About
it,
the
read it
car?
out on the show.
He just sent me a message saying, want to buy, please.
Oh.
I will say, okay.
Please.
Oh, we got live.
There we
We got
go.
live
No,
messaging.
we should have said
now.
that. Want to sell, please.
I'll see if I've got the... Is this still available? Yep, still
Yes, it's
available.
still
Last
available.
price. Well, it's up for 800. So that's the
Can you
last
get him
price.
round here in the next 10 minutes and we'll have him on the podcast?
What was
If
the
you
other
come
one?
round and pay 800 quid now, you can come on our podcast and I'll just tell you you're a disgusting person.
This one's from Fernan. Hi, you open to offer? Offer spelled OFER. Cash. I just said sure, and they said yes. Obviously, I'm just going to shout around. This is a genuine conversation.
I
that's
love
happened.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
I love
fucking hate
Marketplace.
that.
It's
So this is where I'm at the moment. This is my life. It's I think it's hilarious. So I'm basically knocking it down 50 quid every day this week. If it's not sold by Saturday, it's going to the scrapyard. I don't care. So I'm just having some fun with it. This
you do
week.
know someone will buy it from you.
Yeah,
Some of the doghouse lot will listen to this on Friday and go, I want it. They'll phone
But
you.
do you know what? I'll keep it an extra week, and if someone wants it, you just let me know.
Is there a,
It's sold as seen. You'll get a receipt because I don't want it coming back in my house.
It's really straight.
No warranty implied or given.
Yeah. She's a gem.
Fuck me, you get
Bloody
yourself in
hell.
some fucking situation.
To
Why
be
couldn't
fair,
you just
it
buy a
did-
Honda Jazz?
Well,
Because then
fuck, that is boring, isn't it? It makes turbo noise. It's got an air filter that's there.
Oh, we could have got a Nissan
it
now
got
and cut
Kevin
the
and
fucking
Nancy
exhaust
on it?
off.
Fuck that, yeah, but it's got silly turbo noise. It's got blue side lights. You know I can't turn them down. Two blue side lights.
it's got blue side
You
lights.
know I can't
That's
turn them
taking
down.
it straight back to
Oh
like
my-
2008.
Has he got fly eye tint on it as well?
Not yet. Oh, do you know what it does?
Okay.
You know the forklift.
So he's
the
got-
little knobs.
oh,
It's
yeah.
He's got a knob on the
Yeah,
steering
yeah,
wheel.
yeah.
Big jobs only
He's
drive.
got a telehandler knob.
Why? What
You
for?
could- you're
I don't know. The guy had lowered it at the front and came out in pajamas to sell it. What the fuck was going?
To be fair, he's meeting all the criteria for blue badge spastic, and that's the only way you're allowed one of those.
Oh, I've forgotten about you and your cars because you do
Oh,
like you
I
are a
haven't done
sucker
it.
for weird
Shit,
cars, and I
yeah.
know I
Shit.
love that. It's a great thing.
It's
Like
shit,
you
yeah.
said, you could have bought a Jazz, very sensible. Resale market is very good,
Yeah.
but you went for the more fun, exciting
Stupid option. It's
Yes.
just, I haven't bought a car in ages as well because I've been in company cars and I've got the Merc that's just become an ornament. So I haven't done it in a while. So I thought if I'm going to do it, I'm going really as stupid as I possibly can. It needed to last me 2 weeks. Right?
I should have told you about my Tiger truck I was selling. You would have bought that off
I
me.
wanted it.
reckon.
I saw it. I saw it. I did really
I
want
would
it.
have had a lot less hassle with you than the fucking 3 people.
Oh yeah,
from
I don't
Luton.
come. Yeah, if I buy shit, I know it's shit when I buy it.
Yeah,
The thing is, I come into no illusion. I never go back to them and say this is rubbish.
no,
I know
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, you know
where you
exactly what's
stand.
going on.
exactly what I've bought.
Oh, fucking hell.
So I'll keep you updated. And
Well,
please,
Mule buy it off you.
No, he won't.
No, it's not
I also
C1.
put it on his drive and it fucking wouldn't start the next day. I put it on such an angle up at the top of his drive that if the fuel couldn't get to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh dear.
you find yourself in some situations. What about you, Marlon? How's your week been?
Yeah,
You
it's been
can.
all right, mate. We've had some interesting cars in work.
Yeah.
So we've had like a near, well, it's not nearly new. I think it was a 2021 plate
Ooh,
Disco Sport.
just out of warranty.
Yeah.
What colour?
Grey.
Yeah.
And the
Nice
first,
grey.
and the first person they thought when the Land Rover was out of warranty was, oh, I won't take it back to Land Rover. No.
No, they would.
I'll take it down to this shed with some men in overalls that look like they know what they're doing.
Oh, I don't wear overalls, mate. I've got a really nice coat and some professional.
Marlon's got a
Trousers
three-piece
on.
technician over there.
Yeah, got a little tie on. Yes, sir. How can I help you today? Non-start. Crank, no start. So I had a little scoot through the computer and it had fuel pressure codes in it. Fuel actuator and regulator codes. I was like, what's going on here then, you? I found a blown fuse. And how does a fuse usually blow?
Too much voltage.
Bang.
Amps even, sorry.
That's it. I was like, well, something's going on here then.
Why is it pulling too much?
Well, basically, they made the wiring loom too short. It had broken the plastic clips holding it to a bracket, and it had been chafing on the bracket, and it's rubbed through a wire.
Ah.
Just out of warranty. It's done no miles.
Can you fix the wire?
Yeah, big cable ties. I fixed the wire with solder and a new bit of wire, and then big cable tied it to the bracket.
Fuck's sake. It's not really on, is it?
It's shit. Like, the build quality is awful.
You like get under there and you like flick the loom and it gives you a nice sort of D flat, like dung.
Like, you could move the loom, put a fuse in, and it start up, and then you move the loom and you just go snick. Dead.
Did it take you a while to find that problem? 'Cause I'd imagine stuff like that takes forever, or can take forever. You to find that one bit you got to move.
The thing, you know,
Which,
so
which
the
wire to look
earlier
for.
ones had EGR wiring issues
Right.
in the same place.
Okay.
So I was just kind of following my.
Yeah.
What you gotta
brain.
understand, Will, is when you've been in the game
Yeah.
as long as Marlon has, you just look at a car and you go, ooh, that is a piece of
You stroke
shit.
the bonnet like Nicolas Cage on 60 seconds.
Some things
Oh, you're
you
gonna
get
be an
through
easy
the door,
one.
and you don't even need to plug them in. You don't even need to open the bonnet because it's the same shit.
Especially when you're a technician.
When you
Right, let me
start
get my
in the-
laptop.
when you start in the morning, do you put on lowrider
Yeah.
war? Oh my friends. No, hello.
I've got a big leather, I've got this big leather jacket, a key jammer as well. You just know, like 2-litre Ingenium comes through the door, a bit rattly, you know, it wants a chain.
It gets me when the boys on the Discord are like, at Marlon, looking at a car, it's this, and it's just like the car that Marlon's been bitching about for 2 years, the same engine. The bloke says it's really sound. It's like, oh, fucking dude, none of you listen.
To be fair, I learnt years ago, and I know I buy shit, but I learnt years ago.
You know you're buying
Don't
shit.
ask Marlon, because he's never ever going to give you a good opinion, because all he sees is shit that's broke.
He only ever sees the broken
He
stuff.
only sees the broken stuff. So every time I've gone to him, he's like, no, that's crap. This does this, that, and that. I thought, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to buy it anyway. And, then, and do you know what the best part is? You're going to fix it.
I'm going to buy what I want, and Marlon's going to fix it.
To be fair, touch wood, I've been all right.
Yeah, how's that suspension on that Merc?
It's fine. That just needs a rebuild. It's leaking back into the reservoir.
I think the best thing
Our
would be.
friends know the low rider.
I suppose the best thing is if Marlon goes, don't know much about those.
Well, that's
and
the
that's
problem.
when you're like, haha, good. It must be a good car.
That's the problem with the Merc. Marlon won't touch it.
It's got
Hydraulic.
some weird rear hydraulic suspension.
No, it's full hydraulic.
And I'm like,
the old Rovers.
no, that was hydroelastic.
The Metro.
Yeah.
Hydroelastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different, is it?
It's, yeah.
I wonder why
'Cause
they
I
went
can,
bust.
I can fix that with a tyre pump.
Oh, you just pump more air in it?
Yeah.
Ah. I don't think there's many on the road anymore.
No.
Do you think anyone listening's got a Rover Metro? I bet someone does in the garage.
Someone's got like a
barn.
GT.
Yeah, they're on a fucking register.
The next, I had a Jag XF in
Oh, yeah.
with a rattle,
Ooh.
2-litre Ingenium.
What's
And I
the chain?
thought, it's a fucking chain. No, it's got weird baffles in the exhaust.
To make it quieter.
I honestly don't know what they do.
Were you baffled?
So it's got like 3 plates.
So bad.
That was awful.
Hey, I'm a dad of 2. I can do that kind of joke. Surely. Come on.
I hit the centre box and it's rattling. So I was like, I'll just drop this down. It's like the fucking DPF started to break up or something, because that's another thing they do. They've got like 3 plates welded in if you look down the exhaust.
Like one up, one down, one up, one down.
Like 3 in a row, like
Yeah.
fins.
Yeah.
One of them was
Just
lodged in the back of the silencer.
Just
Look, what the fuck? What are you doing, Land Rover?
There's probably some emissions dodge in there somewhere for that. That probably does something.
So what did you do with it? Removed it?
Oh yeah, I cut the exhaust open, removed it, and then got someone to weld it up and put it back on again.
Well,
Done.
nearly got a
Job
free decat.
Done.
Yeah.
And the last one, I didn't realise Land Rover had a water fountain system installed in their Evokes.
I got that in my Berlingo.
It's common. And
Yeah.
fuck me, we had this Evoque in. There was so much water in it. Everything was fucked.
Was that the back altar?
No,
Or just
so I
in
don't know
the-
where it had come in or anything. But as soon as I started looking through it, I was like, no, stop, because the amp's fucked, the BCM's fucked, which is its like main convenience brain. So like no electric
Club
windows.
in Magaluf, BCM.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Sorry,
been
carry
there.
on, yeah.
That's cracking place. But and,
Yeah.
like the loom's fucked. Optical cables are fucked. You can't replace optical cables. You have to run a whole new loom. So I was like,
Yeah.
let's stop. I'll put it somewhere.
ring the customer.
I'll put it in the Discord, the video of what I recorded coming out of the ventilation system. I was just like, let's stop, bring the customer. There is no point, it's a write-off kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're like, Reg, I found a pump for your wank hot tub, you cunt.
It was fucking mind-blowing. Don't know how it happened.
How old is it?
14, 15, please?
Ah, it's
What
one of the early
happens with
ones.
something like that then? Because that's still got
Yeah,
to
it's-
be worth like
Yeah, it's still bread. Yeah. That's not
It's
like
a
a
write-off.
is it insurance job, or is it you just?
There'll be a salvage people buy it, would they?
No,
Would some
well,
There's
company
nothing
buy it
worth
or
a
not?
wank in
There's
it.
nothing in
Yeah,
it.
but people wank all over stuff.
Yeah, you probably...
You know what I mean? Like someone will buy something, surely.
Yeah, but the one
Well,
value
open,
of
so I
it.
got an Astra for sale.
£9.50.
Very good.
I suppose if you, like, get all the water out of it
Yeah, but
and sell it as spare... Because it ran. Sell it as spares
Yeah.
repairs.
the engine's
yeah.
probably still good.
Stick it on Marketplace. Is it
Someone
still
will buy it.
available? Yes, it is.
Curbs will buy it.
Yeah.
Pointing people in your direction.
Have you heard back from your boy yet or not?
Let me have a quick look. I don't think so. No, nothing yet.
Yeah, I love this live Facebook selling going on. It's great.
We had a big job on Saturday, didn't we?
Yes. Well, I say we had a big job. I only come round to pick something up, and you were like, right, let's get this
Oh, was
done.
this your roof bars?
Yeah,
Oh, I saw that.
Big Raptor job on.
Hey, how'd it go?
It needs another litre.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
a
it was
bit
all-
thin.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
all right. He just wanted a bit more. That was
Yeah.
all.
No, everything. Yeah, it was all
Was it
fine.
propped up against the wheelie bin?
Yeah.
Is your wheelie bin now covered in raptor paint?
Yeah, all three of them.
Yeah.
We've done worse, and it actually came up on my Facebook the other day when we did the Omega outside Mum and
Oh,
Dad's.
yeah.
We've done far better.
Have
job.
you also had two Vitaras in your garden, camo painted?
Yeah.
You see that on
Yeah.
Yeah,
your
but-
big mule had one.
Yeah.
You not Raptor. It was
that was the second one. I've had two more since then.
Oh, yeah.
Your neighbours must sit there and just be like, "So one of these days,
What?
one of these days, he's going to miss his mortgage payments and he'll be gone, and we won't have to worry about this anymore." He's out there like,
I was a little bit worried about running that because obviously the new neighbours.
But they're deaf.
They're apparently deaf,
Oh,
and
apparently,
I haven't seen them yet.
right.
So I
they're
don't know
deaf,
if I'm
not
being
invisible. You cunt.
I don't know if I'm being fed misinformation from anything.
Have you
so
shouted
you're-
at them? Just go, oi, and see if they look at you or not.
So I was expecting I had this compressor going flat the fuck
It
out in the
was.
garden, and it is very loud for a little compressor.
Wait, were you painting properly? Not out of pack, not out of
I
cans?
raptored it with a fucking
hell.
Schultz gun.
Oh, you've changed your standards, haven't you? Posh boy.
Patreon's paying mine.
Yeah, fucking.
Fucking not! It's my compressor, you cunts. And it was running flat out. Nobody complained.
Oh, that's good.
That's because they're terrified. They've gone up to that gate before. They've seen some wanked out cars, an engine block, and a load of fucking shite in your garage, and just
And
gone,
I'm
"Do you know
usually
what?"
wandering around out the front with a shotgun.
Either that or some deaf people on their vocals, they're just at the gate going.
And what day was this? Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday afternoon.
Because also don't forget down his place, Sunday is air horn Sunday. Because Sunday's when all the air horns are going off. So they probably thought,
Like
you
a
know
truck
what?
show.
We're not going to go around on Saturday because tomorrow's air horn day. We just don't want to,
They're
have the
just like,
conflict of it all.
They just don't want the hassle, mate. They just see you and they're like, "We would complain," but it's like complaining to them lot on the fucking council. You have your fucking car burnt out the next day if they fucking put something through the letterbox.
To be honest, most of our generation have just moved up to this estate, and we just don't give a fuck, do we? Now we've just came in, and we've just ruined all these old
We have.
people's lives.
They've come up here for a quiet retirement.
Parking's fucked. The roads are fucked. There's shit everywhere. We're having parties till 2 a.m. Fucking Roombas are going wild.
Welcome
out
to
in the
Shepton
streets.
Mallet, everybody.
what are they going to do? Sack us?
Yeah. I fucking pay me mortgage. Fuck off.
So how was the bars, the roof bars are done, or they need a bit more?
They need a bit
They need
more,
a bit more,
which
right.
turned up today. So I'm going to do them hopefully tomorrow.
And how did the paint? Because Raptor's a bit tricky, is it? It was a bit of an art to Raptor paint.
There must be a bit of an art to it.
I think
But I've Schultzed a lot of cars.
Okay.
So
you know what
I'm
you're
a dab
doing.
hand with
Alright,
a
good,
Schultz gun.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
nice.
stood back and was just like, "Oh,
Don't get it on my white Nikes!
I was getting twisty.
Faggot.
Yeah, your painted wheelie bins go with the rest of the aesthetics of your fucking backyard.
Excuse me, I'll have none of that as a state manager. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what, I'll have a little clean up, right? And I'll take some photos.
I love it, mate. I'm only taking a piss. I love it. Every time I go around there, it's just like, "Oh god, look at all this
step
cool
toe and
stuff."
I like stuff. Mainly rusty things.
Oh, fucking
Well, have I got the car for you?
I've already got one shit car, I don't need another.
Oh, you got more than one.
He's on it tonight.
Shots
Fucking
fired.
hell. Yeah, I picked the van up from the powder coaters as well.
Very smart job.
Yeah, that's such a good job.
Yeah, nice black
So
wheels.
thick.
Yeah, it looks banging, mate.
Yeah, it's really nice, really nice.
What about
And
a rap? Got a rap coming
It's-
soon?
booked in beginning
Booked
of
in.
next month.
You won't miss him then when he's out fucking dogging.
With me horns on.
Ma, 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 ma.
When you get some flashy like LEDs and stuff on it because we're
God.
going full like commercial spec.
Yeah, good.
I've entered
Orange
Devon Truck
markers.
Show like commercial.
Have you? Hey!
Do you have to like show your thing that you're on the sex offenders register to get in? Fucking beasts.
Reg, how's your week?
Oh, it's been an all right week. Update, as everyone loves a continuation of a story. The TV drama continues.
Where's the X-Files button?
And the saga continues. So when you last heard from us, we were trying to update it just before the last episode, and it all went to fuck. So immediately I'm like, usually I'm one of them cunts like, fuck it, bin the shit. If it's my stuff, I'm like, fuck it, bin the shit. But I was like, you know what? The show paid for that fucking television, and I'm not going to be one of those cunts because, we were at fucking hard here. And I was like, no, So I got on a Hisense customer support, which I've never done any customer support ever in my life.
Mr. Edge.
Can I speak to your manager, please?
I was thinking,
Full Karen spec.
Yeah.
I was
Home
like,
desire back.
he's well out of fucking warranty. I was like, I wasn't asking for a replacement. I was like, look, so I did a bit of research and I was like, look, you can update these fucking things via a USB. So I'm like, right. And that's like a
By the
hard.
way, I told him that as well before he'd asked them.
Yeah, no, I know.
But it's like it's
Did
the
he
same.
not listen?
It's the same with people buying Land Rovers. They don't fucking listen to me.
So yeah, well, I was trying to find a way to do it without going through this fucking rigmarole of contacting this company. So I was like, fuck it. Anyway, like God knows what time at night. I email this company. I go on the fucking thing. I fill in all the form. And I'm like, yeah, I need the fucking, I need to update it. Can you send me the file? Because I usually look online and just find the fucking file to update it. But I couldn't find fuck all. So I sent them an email. I went
Chinese
to
are very protective.
What sort?
over
Hang
their
on. What
data.
make of TV is it?
Hisense.
What type? What is it?
Tangui.
Hey, why we talk like this now? What make of television is this? Sorry, is it high? What is it?
It's a Hisense.
High sense. Okay,
Yeah.
so it is Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
I didn't know if it was a Sony.
So I was like, right. So I went on the fucking
How
website.
do you think our budget is?
They're probably all built in the same factory, just stick a different label on them.
So carry on, Reg.
I
Sorry.
filled out the fucking form on the website. Fucking great form. I had to enter this number, that number, blah blah. Description of problem. And I was just thinking, I've done all this, and they're probably going to say it's out of warranty, not a problem. But I was like, nah, because if there's a software update, they are, you know, not
obliged?
Obliged.
You
yeah,
are a
but
consumer. You have rights.
I do. I was
Yes.
going to get a bit fucking Karen-y.
Good.
Anyway, so I clicked the submit button and nothing happened. I was like, this form took me like 10 minutes to fill out. Nothing happened. I clicked it again. I was like, you fucking joking me. So I go back and I delete all
Even
the
the fucking website don't work.
I delete all the information and I fucking rewrite it all and I click submit and nothing happens. And I go full dad spec. Just full fucking... I must have hit that thing fucking God knows how many times.
And that always helps when you're having issues. As someone in IT, that definitely always helps.
I just saw a fucking stupid fucking website, you fucking useless cunts, fucking bullshit. And with that, I fucking finished my drink, I shut the fucking bar and I went to bed. And I woke up the next morning, oh, fucking shit, that is fucking job. So I went on the emails.
Sounds like his fucking dad, doesn't he?
I went on the emails to see if I had anything back, and I scrolled through and it just said Hisense.
You got 3,000 support tickets open.
Hisense. 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 Hisense.
Where's your
87 times.
Oh no!
There's your karma.
So it's got to be fixed by now, surely.
Got 87 little service desk workers going fucking mental. What the
87,
fuck?
87 Chinese men turned up at the door the next day with their little suitcases or their little toolkits.
I'm not being funny. When you press submit, it should usually either come up with a little pop-up or it should take you to another page saying, thank you, your ticket has been submitted. Nothing happened. So I just I just spammed it like the fucking M1A1 in Call of Duty. Just fucking, that you cunt. Anyway, about an hour after I woken up in the morning, I had an email. I was like, oh.
You've broken one of our servers, you owe us.
So you're actually banned from the Republic of China.
My social credit score. I just had a voicemail from Xi Jinping being like, oh, yeah, you cunt.
Stop at the email.
Bring in the Chinese servers.
Shit done.
So I was like, oh my God. I was like, good morning, Reg. I was like, oh, fucking hell, he's being nice. I've seen you've had an issue with your television.
And your fucking website.
We're going to need a serial number from you. I didn't even enter the serial number right. The serial number's invalid. I was like, yeah, okay. If you could please submit your serial number to us via this link. I was like, okay, cool, no worries. I emailed back. I was like, good morning, Phil.
We know you're not Phil.
First of all, I'd like to apologize for my, I said, while using your website yesterday evening, I've now realized there was no pop-up or page continuation to tell me that I have submitted the ticket. So in a tech-fueled rage after the television and then your website, I may have absolutely spammed the submit
So
button.
apologies for the 87 tickets.
I was angry. It was late. I can only apologise.
And he literally just didn't even acknowledge it. He was like, he must have been so angry. He's like, I'm gonna, not even.
If you've done it, somebody else has fucking done it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
definitely,
And I was so anyway. He sent me a fucking link. So he's like, give me a serial number, and I went around the whole television. There's not a fucking single serial number on that television. There's about 4,000 barcodes on it that you can see from here and underneath and on the back. Couldn't find one. Anyway, so I was like, just about to light the bonfire at the farm, and I was like, "Ooh, I wonder if it's on the cardboard box." Lo and behold, it's on the cardboard box. I didn't even type
Fucking stupid place. To
I didn't even type the cunt out. I just took a picture of it and sent it to Phil. I was like, "There you go, mate." I was surrounded by a lot of beta twine and rat.
Dead
There is
hookers.
Shaq. So I sent it to him, and he's like, "Yeah," sent me the file, and he was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "Sent me this link." It was a 900 megabyte update
for a TV.
for a television. I'm not being funny. What operating system is that? Right? It's just,
That's a Chinese one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not an update.
just
That's
a-
stealing your shit.
just a
Yeah,
massive.
hacking into your Ring doorbell and
Yeah.
everything, all in one go.
Yeah, the whole lot. The U feed. It's just got voice recognition on
How
there.
big is that TV?
It's probably 55. It's not
a
massive.
nice. Well, it looks good. I like it.
Yeah, it looks big,
it'd
innit?
be even better if
It
it
does look
worked.
good. And I do think it'll be a good addition to the doghouse of TV.
Yeah.
Because you can ping stuff
But we
up.
did
you know,
have
when
a
we-
TV.
Yeah, I know, but I
Yeah.
don't think I saw it not broken. I don't know.
So yeah, I obviously I downloaded it. I put it on a USB stick, and there's a very specific way you have to press a button, hold this, hold that, do a little fucking turn,
Control,
get
Alt,
down
delete.
the night, and then fucking
5-star jumps.
and it came up. I sent Marlon a picture. It said USB update in progress. I was like, this shit never works. This shit never works. All this, you look it up online, so hold this, do this, and fucking do a little fucking sacrifice, and it'll work. And I was
that's why there's
staring
blood
on
on
it
the
like,
floor.
I was like, fuck, it's actually fucking updating via the USB. And as I'm watching it, I'm watching the three little dots go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And with that, this red line just starts coming in from across the fucking screen.
Dun-dun.
From left to right, and it's just creeping across, and I'm like, that's pixels dying as I'm watching it. They're just like, and then all of a sudden it went green, red, blue, off, and that was it. And it's been it's now bricked, absolutely bricked. So
KIRBZ, as our technical support team,
I
what do
just
you
wonder, I
reckon?
wonder if there's
What
a
do you
way
reckon?
to. There might be a way.
Have you turned it off and on again?
I'll have a Google.
well, actually, KIRBZ,
Wow.
if you'd be as kind as to just go over there and see that little cardboard box lent up against the seats there, the little one with the logo on, you just go and grab that.
Have a little look.
I think if anyone can fix it, it'll be KIRBZ.
Well,
That's what I think.
this isn't
Or
gonna
the
be this
ghost-
isn't
or-
gonna be
yeah.
one of those like episodes where we just fuck around in the background for like hours. So I refuse to get rid of this television. We
What's that?
we bought a new motherboard for the cunt, didn't we?
Can we fit it now live?
No, we're not fitting it live. We bought a new motherboard for the fucking TV, and we are gonna fix it, aren't we?
We are going to fix it.
I'm not letting this week.
I'm just voicing what everyone's going to be asking when they listen to
They'll
this.
probably see it. 'Cause
But
it'll
when are you going to do it? When are you going to do
probably be this week. They'll probably be.
How much did you pay for that motherboard?
Is it £16 with shipping?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not because I say, have you seen the price of a second-hand smart TV? It's about 50 quid.
No, that is a new TV, and we will fix it with a new motherboard.
Well, what
Also,
have,
that's
have you gone back to?
No, it wasn't
what's his
new.
name,
It
Phil?
was addendum. It wasn't new. It came from a television breakers.
There's such a thing.
Oh yeah,
This is what you
So
get. half a
theoretically,
TV.
we can just put that in,
and it'll work.
work.
Yeah.
But that's famous last word, touch wood.
Yeah.
So we're fixing it.
If it fails, I actually have a 65-inch TV that I think just needs a capacitor soldering in, where the backlight's gone.
So the doghouse
So-
will have two TVs
so
soon.
you might have a backup that will also still need repairing because it currently doesn't turn on very well. But there is a backup that is there, and I have Googled it, and it is just a capacitor, which should be quite obvious to fix.
I'm gonna say it will be just bang in
Yeah.
there when it'll
Yeah,
be
it'll be-
black and smush. I can see you. Yeah, oh, Marlon, I can see you with a fucking Gert magnifying glass there. Just fucking.
I have a full setup for doing stupid little small things.
Good,
and,
'cause I
like
hate that
PCMs
shit.
and instrument
It's
clusters.
been sat in my office for a year and a half, and me meaning to do it, and going, I've no need for this TV. I just wanted it because it was free.
And you're like, I just need to replace it. So the screen actually works. Just the backlight's dead.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Fuck me, put a rechargeable torch behind a cunt.
We'll have one on that end and one on that end. Yeah.
On
There
the
we go.
ceiling. Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Right, yes, that was literally it from my week. I ain't done fuck all else, just been wank other than that. That's been the most exciting thing I've done, which is break a television.
What's been in the vice?
What's been in
Old
the
school
vice?
question, but I think we should bring that back. What's been in the vice this week,
I've
Reg?
been straightening out a few fucking concrete panel brackets because I get a little. Sometimes I get a little bit fruity with a JCB, and I boom out a little bit much, and then I push against the concrete panel, and then I bend the brackets that hold them in. So then you've got the whole problem where it like kind of leans forward a bit, and when you've got livestock on the other side, you're like, God, that thing must weigh fucking over a ton, and that little calf is gonna go splat.
You made that sound really nice, but essentially it's just because you keep crashing.
I drove the JCB in this, didn't I?
It's one of the many sins that I'm guilty of, which is greed, and I'm too greedy with that grab. I'm like, I can't be bothered to fork that out. If I really get in close against that panel and then I go for too much, I shove the panel and the brackets go, because they're made out of fucking Chinesium. So I get them in the fucking vice.
That's who's getting to this episode.
That's that metro suspension, isn't it?
Fucking TVs are shit.
Yeah, so
Websites are wank.
I straighten them out in the vice and then put them back on, knowing full well I've just weakened the metal even more. I tell myself that I definitely won't push it that hard next time. And every time I'm like, I'm not getting out of the cab, getting on the pitchfork. I'm like, oh, fucking cunt. Even after I just fucking delve the spike straight down it and just take a gouge out of it, like, oh, who does like that earlier? Don't fucking me. No one else drives this machine. Oh, I don't fucking know.
Somebody been in there before.
Well, it was fucking one of yes.
Disgusting.
Yeah, so we rent the place. It ain't mine. It was like that's when we got here. Yeah, that's pretty much been it. Other than that, not really too much madness going on. Got a bit of concrete coming up, so a bit of concrete. And I say a bit of concrete. We've got a whole lot of concrete coming up, so just getting prepared for that. But yeah, just going to turn into full ground worker spec. I'll be there in me fucking 39p can of fucking energy drink and a roll up hanging out of my mouth on me fucking TikTok 24/7. So not much has changed, but yeah.
Do they still do kick in Tesco?
I don't
Remember
know.
Kick?
I haven't seen that for
You should know
years.
you're
Hey,
around working.
No, he used to work in Tesco. They used to have a litre bottle of kick. It was like Red Bull, and then they
used
had
to have
cans.
I think it's called like Blue Spark or something now.
It is, yeah.
I
tastes
prefer
like-
kick because it's like a kick up the arse.
Tastes
Isn't
like
it?
Fucking
shit.
decent.
Yeah. Also, another one, Lucozade lemon in the bottle. Do you remember that?
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
I used to love that, and they stopped doing that. Lucozade in the, you know.
This
No, I don't
country
remember
is
that.
going to
It's
the
gone.
dogs.
Yeah, Lucozade. Well, look on eBay. Probably got it on there or Marketplace. KIRBZ might have some for sale.
Oh, fucking hell. Right, anyway, we've waffled on for a fucking hour here. You actually do have a topic for this episode, believe it or not, but we've waffled on, so we'll cut to a break now. But before we cut to a break, a massive shout out to the sponsor of this episode, the AUTOMOVER.
No way.
Who would have
Oh,
thought?
bloody hell. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to go buy a car from a dealership and you drive up there and you've sat down with a salesman and you've gone to war with him over the price of it and you've got to a fucking number where neither of you are happy, so that's a good deal had by all. And he goes, don't worry, we can get it delivered. And then you remember when you drove in here, you saw a larger man in a white shirt with a roll up
Egg stain down it.
and in a 2004 LDV with some very, very wanky, wobbly, shit-looking alley just on the back of it, and you think, you know what? Probably not. What are you charging for that, mate? Oh, well, to you, to there, to probably be about, 300 quid, I expect. No. Do you really want to trust somebody like that with your brand new vehicle or your vehicle you're getting approved used from a dealership? Absolutely not. You want to be getting in touch with our man, the AUTOMOVER. You're a dedicated load. I've never seen a man take more care and be more anal about people posting stuff in the Discord where they've attempted to strap shit down. And he's like, oh my God, no. So he's the man to go to. Professional, reliable, fully insured.
Walk around videos, live tracking.
Live tracking's the main thing. I love that shit, mate. I'm on.
can just see where
when
it is.
DPD are delivering my stuff, I'm like, come on, Stephen, let's bring it on home. Daddy needs his butt plugs.
Where is the motherboard for the TV?
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing like it. So yeah, get in touch with the AUTOMOVER for if it's got 2 wheels, 4 wheels, if it's caravan, boat. Doesn't matter if it's got wheels and it needs moving. The AUTOMOVER's the man for you. Entrust your most prized possessions with him. Doesn't matter if it's a runner or a non-runner. He's got you covered. Check him out at the automover.co.uk. Links in the episode description. Links in the bio. and quote ITDH for 10% off your quote. Big up to
How much?
AUTOMOVER.
10%.
10%. Yeah, 10%.
He's
10.
messaged me. We've had communications. So
Will.
I'm on best behaviour
So it's
today.
not on buy one get one free.
10%.
10%.
He'll even
He's
ship-
had words with me. So I
He'll
need-
even ship the disaster if someone buys it.
for free. 100% off. Brilliant.
Right.
10% is good. That's a good competitive discount, that is. Well done.
Right, we're going to cut to a break now, and we'll be back shortly. We love you. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. And we're back. And it's time for Drink of the Week. And what have we got this week, Marlon?
We have the Taunton Cider Company English Berry.
Yeah, so Taunton Cider actually reached out and sent this to us. Got a whole load of stuff from Taunton Cider. So yeah, without any further ado, Marlon, please read the marketing bullshit.
The Taunton Cider Company was officially established in 1911. Over a century later, the company has laid down its roots in Taunton once again. Our cider draws on our extensive heritage, respecting the way Taunton cider used to be made. Traditional British fruit blend with the very best Somerset cider. This is a full-bodied cider with subtle hints of delicious red berries throughout. A rich sweetness complements the juicy strawberry flavours across the palate, balanced with a light acidity from the mellow orchard apples. Finished with a refreshing hint of natural sweetness.
Well, it's got a lot to live up to with that. So let's see.
3.4%.
That was very well done, Marlon.
That was. He's
I've
getting
been
so good.
practicing,
He's getting
yeah.
so good now, isn't he? So
I think
proud
the
of him.
last time he went full German, last time I was it. So it didn't take much to improve.
Ask the questions.
Right, let's see what you reckon then, boys.
Smells incredible.
Yeah, man, that's light, isn't it? Very light.
3.4%.
Yeah, it's quite light. Yeah,
That
it's
Yeah,
very
that's good.
bit juicy, isn't it?
bit like Ribena.
It's a little bit juicy.
That's a little bit festival breakfasty.
It is festival breakfast. That's you get carried away on that right fast.
You're right. It's like Ribena with lemonade or something.
That is
It doesn't
incredibly
taste of any-
dangerous.
That's but the thing is, at 3.4%, you could absolutely scull a 12 pack of that and still be like, well, you know,
Watch this.
watch this.
That's really good.
That's very, very nice, that. And I'm not a cider drinker
No.
usually either.
But you
It's
don't
not.
get-
It's not too sweet.
No.
That's what I like. It's not too sweet, and it is quite crisp and refreshing. So, like, it has lived up to the marketing bullshit, which is a rarity for most of these fucking drinks. I like it, man. That's proper good. What are we saying then, gentlemen? What are you reckoning, Will?
I think you're right. It's you could have a few and
He says that on Scrumpy too.
no, it looks. I mean, it looks very pink for everyone listening. It looks like
That
a
is
very pink,
Bright pink, isn't
bright
it? Yeah.
sort of
Clear.
clear bit of bubble. Not too many bubbles in there. I think I like it. I'm going to give it a 4.
A 4?
Because you're right. You could drink a lot of that, and it wouldn't do you. It wouldn't creep up on you and fuck you over like some things.
No, that's like
that's
a,
sessionable.
that's an all dayer. That is. That's a,
Sessionable, yeah.
If, to be fair, I'm gonna lie. If I see that down at fucking, if I see that down at Glastonbury, I'm gonna be heading straight for that because that brother stuff's too sweet for me. See,
Oh,
Whoa, yeah,
come
but that's the law on
Reg.
Wednesdays.
You'll get used to it.
It's the
Wednesday
festival
Brothers
strength.
Bar.
That's the reason we're there.
I ain't
yeah.
gonna fuck you up.
We're not there to fuck spiders. A 4. Strong 4 for me. On that, I'm going to finish mine quietly.
Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 5.
Ooh.
That's really good. It's crisp. It's light. It's sweet without being too fucking sickly. It's hitting all the fucking notes for me, boys. That's having a 5.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. Like,
Oh, 2 5s and a 4.
I have
Kurt.
to be honest.
I mean, you got to be pretty big dick to send a fucking beer into us lot, you know, or a drink or whatever. So fair play.
and
to
remember,
them.
this is it's not paid. Or
No,
nothing
they
like
just-
that.
they
We,
just
we
sent
ain't
them in.
bullshitting you.
I got a whole load more, and I'm sure they'll be getting some different ratings.
Can
I
I see
actually-
the bottle? Can I look at the bottle?
Yeah.
I
man.
did just say
Just
to
to
Reg
see
before
the-
this. I said, "Oh, they said, do we have to give it extra points?" But I'm legit. That is the for me perfect cider. That's a 5. I can sit there drink that all day. It tastes fucking lovely.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really really nice.
It is good.
That's
So yeah, big up,
properly tasty.
big up
Well
Taunton
done.
Cider for sending that in. Just the job. Thank you very much.
Is that the highest score you've had?
What was it?
In a while.
5-5.
I was a 4, but to be honest, I know we don't do halves.
There's no
I'd
fucking
be,
halves.
if it was stronger, I'd be a 5.
Look,
I think.
I'm seeing,
I'm a 4. I'll stick with my 4.
You're sticking with a 4.
Stick with a 4, yeah. But it's
That's-
delicious. I'm going to finish it.
So that's
And
5,
nutritious. As well.
5-5-4. Is that what you?
Yeah,
five?
yeah, I'm 5, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
That's
that's
really good.
well, a 5. Not a complete 5, but it's a 5 out of 5. So yeah,
Sorry, yeah, fuck that.
just.
I'll fuck the perfect 5.
Before we get into the rest of the episode, a massive shout out to the sponsor of this episode, Southern Loo Hire. Fucking yes, new sponsor alert. Why has he sponsored 2 slots on one episode, Marlon? Because he shits where he wants. And you too can shit where you want with Southern Loo Hire. It doesn't matter whether you've got a building site, a wedding, or you've got an event on. Southern Loo Hire are the guys to go with. If you're looking at, they do short term or long term, and if you're looking to hire something for long term, whether that be a long term event or whether it's just long term on site, they do free weekly servicing and maintenance for anything over 2 weeks, emptying waste, holding tanks, thorough cleaning, sanitizing, refilling of chemical solutions, topping up the hand gel, soap, toilet roll, and paper towels. There's 0 deposit required. You can book online. You can ring them
No
up.
shit.
You can hit them up on WhatsApp. You can get in touch over the website for a quote. It couldn't be easier. There's nothing worse than having an event booked and you speak to some firm and they're just like, oh yeah, we'll do it, and it not turning up. No, this is guaranteed next day delivery through Southern Loo Hire. So bear them in mind for any of your events, weddings, or building jobs that you've got on, or anything that you need a portable toilet for. It's often something you overlook when you're doing stuff like this, but it is the most important. You've been to stuff before where you're like, where's the fucking toilets? And they've got 2 of the fuckers that they've managed to get. They've thought, oh shit, I need some.
You don't want people pissing in the hedge.
Yeah.
You don't want people defecating on the land.
And also, when you got a wedding on, it's so nice to have a luxury toilet, like a proper trailer, than some fucking Portaloo, and you've got your suit on and that. Yeah, man. So if you're looking for like a luxury job, they're the ones to go for. So big up Southern Loo Hire.
The Amazon Prime for next day Portaloos.
Yeah, so
That's a good way to put it.
that's a good way of looking at it. So yeah, check them out at southernloohire.co.uk. Hit them up. The link's in the episode description. All the contact details will be there. So big up to them. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Right, Marlon, we're about an hour and 10 minutes in now. So what are we going to do with the second half of this episode?
Like mysteries and shit.
Unsolved mysteries.
Things that have happened and
We're going
you
to solve them
question,
tonight.
How did that happen?
We will get to the bottom of all of it, I think, tonight.
Like,
We're the men for the job, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so. Got a
We
dream team.
is expert.
We are the A team.
Right. Do you want to kick us off then, Marlon?
Oh, yeah, I can kick us off.
What have you got for us?
so has anyone heard of the Burpham car crash?
No, I know it. I always say I know a lot about a little one. I don't know this one.
I know a lot about car crashes, but not that one.
I'm in the cause of many.
Yeah.
I've followed this a little bit for the last 12 months, even though it happened 2002.
Oh, so you're quite well versed in this.
I was just seeing if anyone had another explanation
Nope,
or
never heard of it.
something. So, just before Christmas in 2002,
Was the night
on a
before?
nasty, dark night, approximately 7:20 in the evening of December 11th, the police had a flurry of incoming calls from people saying they've just seen a car sharply swerve off the road and go down into the ditch.
Where is this in the world?
The A3 at Burpham.
Ah, right. Hence the Burpham car crash.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
I didn't even know what it
No,
was either.
I don't leave.
I didn't
don't
even know it was in
I'm
this
not a lorry
country.
driver.
I just assumed America, to be honest.
No,
All the drivers out there are like, oh yeah, that's it, Shag. Just
Yeah,
past the
that's
fucking
it.
garage on your right.
With the KFC, that's the
yeah,
one.
that's the one. Shit car park.
not the nice KFC, the shitty one.
That's the one.
So the police turn up, couldn't find anything. There's no skid marks. There's no damage to bushes. There's no nothing. They go into the verge. They can't find anything. So they come back the next day. They still can't find anything, but they expanded the search radius about 20 meters, and that's where they find a crashed car.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. I don't like this. I don't like this, Marlon. Don't say what I think you're going to say.
I don't know what you're going to say.
I
And
know
by the
what
look
he's
on
gonna
Curb's
say,
face,
and
he doesn't know.
I'm not going to
either.
fucking like it. Don't. Oh, the ship. I don't fucking like this.
Buried underneath the mountain of undergrowth was a maroon Vauxhall Astra. The main issue was it had crashed more like months earlier rather than hours.
Well, I think we know our answer, don't we? The guy that called in got guilty and he did it. He ran him off the road months ago.
this
Mystery
was
solved.
more
Next.
than one. So I think they had 4 different calls into the police.
At different
saying-
times as well, not at the same time, I guess.
around that
people
time.
So
I
hang
see
on,
him.
they all phoned out a police and said, I've just seen a car crash.
I've just seen a
4
car
different
go
people.
off the road.
The police turn up, but the car crash they saw happened months ago.
Yeah.
But they were
Okay.
calling like 20 minutes after one another saying, I've seen a car crash. They've all seen the same thing.
Oh,
Fucking
Right.
hate this shit.
I don't know what's going on.
So the
Reg
police
isn't happy.
found a very decomposed body. It was more like a skeleton. And the car was mouldy.
They can take
damp.
that back, can't
It was wanked. So it I think it had crashed 5 months earlier.
Fuck.
Okay.
They found out who it was through dental records. And it turned out it was a bloke called Christopher Chandler from Middlesex, who was actually on the run from the police.
Could he be any more decomposed? So someone had to, surely.
So the police have been looking for him since July.
Bloody hell.
And
Very hard.
Any luck finding that
Just
Chandler?
vanished.
20 metres off the road, Jack.
But he was in London one evening, and that was his last known place of he was out drinking with his friends, and
Right.
then he was
On and gone.
yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. Like
Oh, I don't
there's
like that
there's a
shit.
1-second phone call to his brother on the night of obviously where he was climbing out the car and trying to phone his brother. But apart from that,
My only other, you want to hear my theory?
yeah,
My only other theory is that they couldn't find any skid marks or no other tracks. I was going to say it could have been another car that went in there and he'd had too much to fucking drink. So he'd do what any person listening to this fucking podcast probably do. Bring your mate with a fucking tow hitch.
And get him
The
Get
AUTOMOVER.
The auto, he does not pick up drunk drivers from the side of the road. He does not do that.
Okay.
Just get your mate to drag you out and fucking crack
Even
on,
if we
like.
pay
but,
full price.
but if there's but there'd be marks, wouldn't there?
there'd be
so
skip,
yeah,
there'd be
no,
skip
my
marks
theory's
and
no good.
all the fucking
You'd see hair foliage, wouldn't you? Out
yeah.
the way?
Foliage.
You're going into grass. There's going to be fucking
Marks
proper
and-
dugout marks there.
Oh,
That's
it
fucking
runs
weird,
straight to
man.
paranormal, doesn't it? It runs straight to his when he's singing Summit.
I thought you were gonna say at the very start. I thought you were gonna say, and they
He
got
swerved
there.
off road and they found him with a dick in his ass.
Or somebody did run him off the road, but they felt guilty, so they got their mates in on it to all call in.
Yeah, well, like a month
But-
later.
Yeah, go on,
Yeah,
5 months
mate.
later.
Yeah, 5 months.
And say, actually, we need a couple of different people so they can't pin it on anyone.
Yeah.
Literally 5 months later.
Because if he was in jail,
But
I
then
imagine he wasn't.
if they haven't been
high...
if he hasn't been found at this point,
They wouldn't. They would. Why would they even
No.
ring in? Why
'Cause
would
of
they?
guilt.
Even, nah, you wouldn't.
Unless
Nah,
there
you
was
fucking
some.
wouldn't.
He probably doesn't sound like a fully functioning member of society.
you were
he's
that-
fresh out of prison on the run.
If you were
or-
that
Like, he
guilty, you
wasn't-
say, "I'm walking my dog, and I've just seen the fucking back end of a car poking out of a ditch." Wouldn't
Unless
you?
they needed him found for something because there was another crime he committed.
I believe he was some sort of shit robber.
So, mate,
Some
yeah,
shit
he could
A
be in
shit
some underworld.
robber.
Also known as a gay man.
Can we confirm
An
if there
uphill
were any
gardener.
charges that finding him
chutney
solved any
ferret.
other crimes?
It's
Yeah.
just a bit strange how
That's
very
fucking.
weird.
That's weird.
Are we going to sort this out tonight or not?
how
I don't think you can. What do you fucking say?
Where
Like-
is it? We'll drive up there.
Yeah, let's have a look. Site visit. Pause the podcast. We'll be back in a minute.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, mate. I have no. I've got no answer.
is
to
this
that.
like an alternate universe
Yeah,
coming
glitch,
through?
glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, glitch
yeah,
in the
definitely.
Matrix.
5 months later.
quantum entanglement, parallel universes
Universes.
touching
Yeah.
just for a brief second
Gingerly touching their tips.
that are
There was,
out of sync by 5 months.
There was some. It was some ghosty thing I was watching last night. Actually, funny enough, it was a Rogan one. Someone was doing an investigation of his comedy club, and Rogan was on about. He said he's a big believer. So there's not a lot going on in his club. Nothing confirmed and stuff. There's some weird stuff. But he was a big believer. His theory was that walls, spaces and roads, anything like that, physical stuff can still hold memories that can project in some way. So maybe it's the road itself.
Road
He's-
telling a story.
But also, he smokes a
something-
lot of weed, doesn't he?
Something
So
very tragic's happened, yeah. But
I love Joe Rogan, but that bloke will believe anything you fucking tell him.
there's, that's with the whole paranormal stuff, hold houses and that, anything that tragic's happened, that
Yeah.
it projects itself, doesn't it? Apparently.
There's a lot of unanswered
Yeah.
questions there, and I don't even know where to fucking start with it. Marlon's looking at me like, I don't fucking know.
No, I
ain't got the
don't-
answer.
I
That's
don't-
why it's an unsolved mystery,
I
Reggie.
was
You
gonna say,
fucking
that is,
idiot.
yeah, that's
That's
the
why-
beauty of an unsolved
I'm all
mystery,
looking
yeah.
at. I'm looking at him like, more, Marlon.
That's it. Like
Oh.
there is no
I
more.
can't think of any other rational explanation other than somebody felt guilty and it was a
Yeah.
multiple people in on the same thing.
Or time travel. Could be time travel.
Could be time travel.
That happens.
Yeah.
Was
I
it
got-
a DeLorean?
No, I think it was a
Did he have
Mark III
Parkinson's?
Astra.
I've got a.
Those Astros are quick. I do know that.
Did it have blue sidelights?
That's
Did
how
the
they
boot
found him.
open?
He was shorting out.
You got any spare bits like lowered rear suspension?
No, it's Mark III Shag.
Have you heard back from your marketplace bloke?
I did.
He did. Did he reply?
Did he
I've had a
say?
message. He said, "When can I come?" I said, "Tomorrow." He's left me on red so far, so
Oh.
exciting stuff.
They give you a time and he won't turn up. That'd be about right, wouldn't
Not
it?
my house anyway. Fuck them.
Right, I've got one for you. This is quite well known, but I think it's a good one. A lot of buyers is quite well known. I think it's well known because I've heard it loads. But the Dyatlov Pass incident.
This is insane. I've heard this. I've seen this a lot.
Marlon's looking at he lent in.
I
He's
know.
like, you do know?
I don't know.
You don't know about the Dyatlov Pass incident?
Me neither. That's a 50-50. You two do, and we two don't.
Right, so between February the 1st and February the 2nd, 9 Soviet hikers died in the northern Ural Mountains in 1959. An experienced trekking group from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, led by Igor Dyatlov, had established a camp on the eastern slopes of somewhere in the I can't say it, in the Russian SFSR, Soviet Federal something Republic of the Soviet Union. Overnight, something caused them to cut their way out of their tent and flee the campsite while inadequately dressed for the heavy snowfall and sub-zero temperatures. After the group's bodies were discovered, an investigation by the Soviet authorities determined that 6 of them had died from hypothermia, while the other 3 had been killed by physical trauma. 1 victim had major skull damage, 2 had severe chest trauma, and another had a small crack in his skull. 4 bodies were found lying around running water in a creek, and 3 of the 4 had damaged soft tissue of the head and face. 2 of the bodies had missing eyes, 1 had a missing tongue, and 1 had missing eyebrows. The investigation concluded that a compelling natural force had caused the deaths. Numerous theories have been put forward to account for the unexplained deaths, including animal attacks, hypothermia, an avalanche, catabatic winds, infrared-induced panic, and military involvement, or some combination of these factors. A legal inquest was started immediately after the 5 bodies were found. A medical examination found no further injuries found that no injuries might have led to their deaths, and it was concluded that they had all died of hypothermia. One of the hikers had a small crack in his skull, but it was not thought to be a fatal wound. An examination of the 4 bodies found in May, so some of the other bodies were found literally nearly 4 months later, shifted the narrative of the incident. 3 of the hikers had fatal injuries. 1 had major skull damage. 1 and 2 others had major chest fractures. According to Boris Vut, I'm not even going to bother pronouncing it. The force required to cause such damage would have been extremely high or comparable to that of a car crash. Notably, the bodies had no external wounds associated with the bone fractures, as if they had been subjected to a high level of pressure. All 4 bodies found at the bottom of the creek, all 4 of the bodies found at the bottom of the creek in a running stream of water had soft tissue damage to their head and face. For example, 1 was missing her tongue, eye, and part of her lips, as well as facial tissue and a fragment of missing a fragment of skull bone, while others were had their eyeballs missing, others their eyebrows. The forensic expert performing the post-mortem examination judged that these injuries happened post-mortem due to location of the bodies in the stream. So, like, you know, wildlife intervention or whatever, just basically eating dead
Well,
bodies.
it's Russia, so they blame the wind.
Yeah, the initial speculation was that the indigenous people, reindeer herders local to the area, had attacked and murdered the group encroaching on their lands. Several of them were interrogated, but the investigation indicated that the nature of the deaths did not support any of these hypotheses. Only the hikers' footprints were visible, and they showed no signs of hand-to-hand struggle. So,
I've heard about this, and to add, I think the initial reaction was, I think there was two things, because a lot of the ones that were found later were buried way under.
yeah,
So they
because
said,
they had a
well,
heavy snowfall.
Yeah, they had a very heavy snowfall. I said, well, actually, they because they couldn't measure it because it was so far up, way up in the mountains. They said, well, probably an avalanche that scared the people. So the people that they did find heard the avalanche, panicked, ran. They got down to the river and were able to be found. And the people that weren't found were there. And they said that maybe it was consistent with avalanche plus polar bear or Arctic, some sort of bear that lives out there. Which could explain some of the injuries, but all of these hikers were, just to add to it, they were experienced explorers, so they knew how to deal with a bear. Bears don't attack randomly, and they certainly, you don't run in opposite, because they'd all ran in opposite directions. And I think
I'd assume bear attack.
You know if it's coming as well.
You look big and scary and
I
shout
think
and make noise.
You'd hear it a lot. I'm not an expert on this, but I did hear a lot about this, and they said if you hear bears, generally they'll sniff you out for quite a long time beforehand, so you'll have time, because you're experienced, you know how cold it is, to get changed. At least.
And if
and
you're
these
out
guys
there,
ran out in their pants, basically.
you'd have a fucking rifle or something.
Yeah, they died basically wearing no clothes.
Yeah.
And they would have known, even though if there was a bear attacking, they'd have known if you run out there without any clothes, you either need to get back quickly, or you put something on first.
Yeah.
So I've got some more information that was made available from the inquest files later on. 6 of the group members died of hypothermia and 3 died of fatal injuries. There were no indications of other people on that part of the mountain apart from the 9 travelers. The tent had been ripped open from within, so they ripped their way out of the tent that they were in. The victims had died 6 to 8 hours after their last meal. Traces of the camp showed that all group members left the campsite of their own accord on foot. So no other...
Yeah, nobody was carrying
dragged them
anyone.
away,
Yeah. Some levels of radiation were found on one of the victims' clothing to dispel the theory of an attack by the indigenous people. One of the investigators stated that the fatal injuries on 3 of the bodies could not have been caused by human beings because the force of the blows had been too strong and no soft tissue had been damaged. Release of documents contained no information about the condition of the hikers' internal organs, and there were no survivors. At the time of the official conclusion was that the group members had died because of a compelling natural force. The inquest officially ceased in May 1959 as a result of the absence of a guilty party, and the files were then sent to a secret archive.
I'm going to say what no one else may be willing to. It screams of aliens, doesn't it? It screams of aliens.
I was maybe thinking drugs.
Well,
Drugs don't make you rip yourself apart, though, do they?
from the stuff I've read into this and learned in the past, I've got two options. You got something called a slab avalanche. Now, from what I understand, a slab avalanche is literally where a shelf of like snow comes down, and it comes down bang like that. But from what I understand, the way they found the bodies, it wasn't like they were absolutely buried in snow. So if they were buried, you never find the fuckers. And if a slab avalanche comes down, it's like fucking
So much
woof.
Didn't they find the tent on it? The tent wasn't under snow as well,
No.
I think. So it couldn't have been buried.
No, if there was an avalanche coming down, nowhere near the tent, why would they cut?
Well, you can hear avalanche. You hear the rumble, don't you? So you could panic. But these were this is the main thing that got me. when I
Unzip
listened
the
to this.
cunt.
These were experienced outdoorsmen, I guess, or whatever. So
they would have known what's coming.
yeah, and they absolutely, because Russian, they know exactly where they're going out in the cold. They absolutely know. Fucking, if nothing else, grab your coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be a natural thing. Cause
Yeah.
it's,
So aliens isn't such a daft idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
My only other theory from this is
Aliens.
the Russians were known to test some really fucking wacky and wild shit. There's another story about people out hiking that I haven't actually got for this episode, but if we want to do a part 2, I can bring that one up. The other theory is that the Russians were testing some kind of airburst munitions or ordnance. So because of they stated that the internal injuries that they had were likened to that of a car crash. So like immense, overwhelming, compelling force. So
With no soft
there
tissue
is a
damage.
school of thought that they were using some sort of airburst bomb that they were testing up in the Urals, and either knew or didn't know that these guys were up there and wanted to see maybe the effects on people or maybe just the effects of whatever.
But if they didn't know they were there and then found them,
they would have been like,
they would have
If you were testing
Well,
that stuff with
one-
that
Yeah,
technology,
they
you
would
would
have said,
probably have known they were there because we had satellite and radar by that point. We'd been on the moon by that
well, we
point.
didn't have. I don't
Have
think
we not?
we didn't have.
No, not
we didn't have
quite.
imaging satellites in '59. I don't think. And if we did, it wasn't that fucking. I don't know if it'd have been
Well,
that good.
Marlon,
to see.
you're right.
But
If
to
they-
be honest, maybe if you're Russian, you probably just don't care.
Well, usually, well, this is
Yeah,
the
there
thing.
is
Usually,
that point.
they've basically filed the files are now secret and fucking you can't. They're all sealed. So I think some of them are, some of them aren't. But I put the most credence in a weapon testing of some sort, so some sort of airburst or some sort of ordnance that explodes just above the ground and it's just like a massive pressure wave.
And they didn't know they killed those people then? It was an
I don't-
accident.
I-
Still
Because
doesn't
like Marlon
explain why
said,
they cut
maybe they
themselves
did.
out of the tent.
Maybe
Imagine
that
if
was a
you
live test.
well,
but they would have hid the bodies. though,
here's
wouldn't
my
they? Or like covered it over.
you hear like that and you're like, what the fuck? And then
Bang.
I don't know, maybe
Well, yeah, but
maybe you
your
look up
zip
and see
would
it.
be
If
you're not wearing any
again, I
clothes.
don't. And they found a lot of them. Some of them I don't think I've got it written down there. They found some of them naked, didn't
Yes,
they? I
they
think.
did. Yeah, fully
Was it
naked.
some sort of an orgy?
They
that went
basically
wrong?
they'd said
They
this
wouldn't have
person
had their
had
fucking
woken
knife.
up in such a traumatic panic that
Some of them would
again,
like grab
because
other people's clothes and
they
put
were
them on.
experienced. They were so experienced that they would. Everything in your training is to not panic out there, right? You know that what's going to get you, but at a wildlife or an avalanche, you were trained to not panic at anything really because you know in your head.
And if
there's
you're
nothing
running
else.
out into the snow to put clothes on,
or if you're running out naked, then something's
you know
really
what's
fucking
Yeah.
really fucking wrong, isn't it?
and that's something you've probably never seen or heard before. Which
Loch Ness Monster.
Like Alien.
or yeah,
Loch Ness Monster in a
because
UFO.
the Americans did have the air weapons. Well, I know they were naval testing it just to
Yeah.
basically just blowing ships over.
Yeah, like literally just using like basically using
Pressurised air, isn't it?
pressurized
It's one of them big air zookas, isn't it?
Yeah,
Instead
it
of a-
really was.
instead of an explosion, it is an explosion, but it's more of a pressure wave. And that's
Yeah,
how
that's
they-
it. It's a
yeah.
wave.
Yeah, same as
Yeah.
like a frag grenade. Not a frag grenade, same as like a grenade. You chuck it in a room, and you see it on Call of Duty. It's a big fireball. It's not. It's barely a fucking
Yeah.
a fireball. It's the pressure wave that fucking kills you.
Yeah.
because it turns all your internal fucking shit to mush. But I don't know, man. I'm not. That's my theory. That's all I've got for you on that.
I'm going aliens.
I'm going Russians fucking around with shit they didn't really understand because that's how most of these things go
Because
wrong.
I agree. you
Does
would have
anyone
covered it up.
remember Chernobyl?
Yeah, but I'm going to go aliens because KIRBZ looks like he knows what he's on about.
I don't know. I just
No one knows because it's unsolved. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it.
No, we're here to solve it. We're not here to leave it.
But we didn't solve the first one.
Well,
Well, we're not
Yeah,
here to
that was
solve
just-
it. We're here to put it out there in the ether.
Oh, so on the Discord, people tomorrow will be like, "Hey, I've solved it. I know what it is."
yeah, and
I
I know
know
this. I
what
got
it
some
is.
inside information.
Turns out
I
actually you
found
didn't
the
quite
Russian
finish your
file.
Google.
My old man were up there that day, see? He were up there on the rob for scrap.
He was in there, Divlatov, you know.
That is old Euro bike out.
He found a load of old fucking bomb casings up there they were using. Right, what have you got for us now, Marlon?
The man from Torred.
I love this one.
It's fucking strange. I will give you that. So, it's July 1954.
Oh, I
Why is
remember it well.
everything happened in the 50s?
What a time to be alive, eh?
A man arrives.
It's almost like that's when the CIA were fucking founded. Strange. Anyway.
A man arrives at
Pre-Cold War era.
Tokyo Airport in Japan. Caucasian appearance, conventional looking.
Conventional. What do you mean?
Like a normal
Normal geezer.
normal geezer.
Normal
I
geese.
was going to say something horrible.
What were you going to say,
No,
KIRBZ?
no, nothing. Carry on. Quiet
The
boy.
officials are suspicious.
Hey, edit that out.
So he goes through passport control.
Yep.
They're checking his passport.
Yep.
And they see he comes from a country called Torred. Passport looked good, like everything looked genuine, except from there is no such country as Torred. The person checking his passport gets his colleague over. He doesn't know where Torred is. And then they get the supervisor over. He doesn't know where Torred is. So they took Bahodrik Jahansvar into a room and asked him to show them where Torred is. So quite confidently and very quickly, he points on the map at Andorra.
South of Spain, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah,
on the-
yeah, between France and Spain, something like that.
Andorra. I thought that's Africa, isn't it? Andorra.
Jewelry, isn't it, from Clark's Village?
Can we just Google
That's
Andorra?
Andorra.
Yeah, let's
Andorra
just-
is
yeah.
just below it. No, it's just above France, just below Spain. I want to say. Trust me, I got a.
We've got our researchers on it, Marlon, don't worry. I have two of the finest researchers in all of
Yeah,
the
it's a
land.
country in Europe. I
Yeah, between
apologise.
Spain and France.
You are right.
What a
Yeah.
shitty place to be. Anyway.
Didn't even realise that was in Europe. But anyway, do carry on.
So he's like, the officials are like, no, that's Andorra, but he's getting more and more wound up, saying, no, it's Torred. That's where I come from.
Oh, it's a tiny little spit of
Oh,
land.
yeah, ain't worth
Jesus
a wank.
Christ.
He states he's been through the Japanese airport twice this month already, and they've obviously checked his passport and confirmed he has got stamps in there, as well as
In
other.
Toreg.
No,
whatever
he's
it's
got
called.
stamps from
From
the Japanese airport, as well as other airports that he's been traveling around, and they are legitimate stamps.
Genuine.
He's like being a businessman as well. He has numerous different currencies on him, including the yen. I think he had some European currencies,
Francs and whatever the
Um,
fuck.
To be fair, it's totally believable.
francs,
'cause
pesetas.
Just sort of slightly off topic. I was hearing something about how air travel was, because I don't remember it pre 9/11.
Fairly wild.
It was just
Yeah.
so no fucks given. Like nobody asked you where you came from because there was no threat. No one gave a shit.
No.
You paid for your ticket and that was all that mattered.
You have a tea towel on your head? If not, carry on.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but even back then they didn't give
No,
a
give
fuck.
a fuck.
Thanks,
Really?
Bin Laden.
really fucking ruined airports for her.
Yeah, fucking 100 mil cunt.
Well, the £10 pints we were drinking while we're waiting for the flight.
And he even had some Torredian money on him, which looked official. It wasn't like a
Out the old HP in the back.
yeah,
room.
that's it. Squirrel. So the customs officials had no real idea what to do with him. They ended up ringing his employer, who had never heard of him, and ringing the hotel he said he had a reservation at, and they had no history of him. So they put him in a hotel room for the night with 2 armed guards outside. This is a bit weird.
And then...
And
then...
in the morning, the hotel room's opened. Bearing in mind, there's no way to get out of this hotel room. There's no vents. The window doesn't open because it's on a high rise.
Oh.
And the 2 guards have been there all fucking night.
Were they shit guards? Did they fall asleep for a bit?
They're Japanese guards. They would.
We don't
They-
need to talk to the guards.
So
straight
Bolta.
You seen what those Jap guards did to us in fucking World War II? Yeah.
They are
I-
straight. They are not bent, and you cannot buy them.
Yeah, I wouldn't question their integrity.
The man disappeared.
Oh.
There was no trace of him. And what was really strange is they obviously confiscated his passport and his documents, and they locked them in a safe in the airport. They were also gone.
Ooh.
It screams. Do you know what? The thing is, if he was some sort of inside man, why the fuck would you make up a random country? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you were a spy or something, sure, you wouldn't go with a made-up
Yeah.
story.
You know, 'cause that's the only way you get access to all of that stuff to be able to, if you're an inside man.
That's it. If you're trying to be a spy,
It's not very
you
spy-like,
don't
is it?
make up your own
No.
fucking country.
I know another little bit about this story is that he said when they questioned Torrid isn't the country, he said, yes, it is. It was founded after the Second World War. When we carved up Europe, they literally made a country called Torrid. And we were like, what? No, that's Angola. Or
Andorra.
Andorra, sorry. That's why I got,
Wow.
that's why I got confused. I thought it was
No.
Angola.
So the other
Go on.
I've done a bit of research.
You know more than
into
me?
this. He said it. The bloke from Torred said it was founded over 1,000 years ago.
Sorry.
Do you reckon, right? You know these little countries in America that have technically made themselves their own little country because they've got
Like Pretoria.
Yeah, one of those. Do you reckon he was just from one of those? And he was absolutely adamant that it wasn't actually registered.
He sounds like a dodgy fucker, whatever's going on.
Wasn't registered internationally. I can't explain the documents, but at least it explains the country.
I'm going back to my your first one. It's quantum entanglement / parallel universes touching for a very short amount of time.
That seems to be the consensus.
That's the only thing I can think of. There's no other explanation for it. Why is he gone? All of his passport's gone. It's literally like we've just intersected with another parallel timeline, just slightly, and this is the only records we have of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no logical, because even if he was a time traveler, again, you would know if you were trying to stay low key. Why would you be a time traveler if you weren't?
Yeah, it doesn't. None of it makes any
Nothing makes
sense.
sense.
Will's there in deep thought smoke.
Well,
that's
why it is an unsolved mystery.
I just
There's
that's
a lot to break down.
that's my explanation for it. Not that I have any proof that any of these things that I've said exist. This is just what I reckon.
I don't even fucking
Thing is,
know.
I can pull apart different parts of it, but I can't put them together.
Yeah.
You could easily say, well, actually, all right, we think the guards are great, but actually, an airport guard probably might not be that good.
That's what I mean. They probably fell asleep for a few hours.
But you're not going to get then into an airport and get all your documents out and make them disappear without somebody seeing you.
No.
Without a single person. And
If
again,
you
why
were
would
trying to be
lie?
a con man, you wouldn't make up a country because it's too much
If you
fucking
had an
hassle.
agenda, why would you make
And
that
going through the trouble of making a passport and making a
and
fake
money
currency.
and having all the other different currencies as well? Why would you even bother having
Yeah.
them? That is a mystery.
That is a mystery.
It is.
Right. I've got another one for you. Quite a well-known one. It's the story of John Benet Ramsey. So, on the 25th of December, 1996, John Benet Ramsey was discovered missing from her home. What was found when they found out she was missing was a long handwritten ransom note. Her father, John, then later, about 6 hours later, found the girl's body in the basement of the house after she had been reported missing. She had sustained a broken skull from a blow to the head and been strangled by a garrote, and it was found tied around her neck. The autopsy report stated that John Benet's official cause of death was asphyxia by a strangulation associated with the craniocerebral trauma. Her death was ruled a homicide. The case generated worldwide public immediate interest, in part because her mother, Patsy Ramsey, a former beauty queen, had entered John Benet into a series of child beauty pageants. Now, the problem comes when we look deeper into the case.
Bum, bum, bum.
The ransom note demanded an amount of money.
And it was found inside the house, wasn't it?
The ransom note was found inside the house, and it was found that the ransom note had been written using materials found within the house. Also, the ransom note demanded the amount of money, which was very, very close to what the father had been given as a bonus from work that year.
Right.
Yeah. So, as we go further into it, it was also found that the basement that she was found in was locked from the outside, not from the inside. There are two primary theories about the death of John Benet. One is that the family member theory. Boulder police initially concentrated almost exclusively upon the parents, John and Patsy Ramsey. According to Jack McCrary, a retired profiler from the FBI, statistically it is a 12-to-1 probability that it was a family member or a caregiver who was involved in the homicide of the child. The police saw no evidence of forced entry, but they did see evidence of staging the scene, such as a ransom note. They did not find the Ramseys cooperative in the helping to solve the death of their daughter. The Ramseys had said that their reluctance was due to the fear that there would not be a full investigation for intruders, and that they would have been hastily selected as the key suspects in the case, according to the Daily Camera. The only other there is a couple of other theories in that there was a chap that lived locally who absolutely adored John Bonet. Sort of a little bit too much. He was an older
Little
chap.
bit nonsense.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to make that assumption.
Questionable.
He was a very
He
straight,
might not, we will.
but it was also found that the windows to the basement were slightly ajar because they had cables running out from the basement to the outside to run a load of Christmas lights. So the intruder theory is not totally ruled out. But then again, how could the door be locked from the door to the basement be locked from the outside, not the inside? Now, I got to be really careful with this because John and Patsy Ramsey, the parents of John Bonet, actually have a bit of a habit of suing people that turn around and go, "It was them." So if anyone says anything, I may have to cut it out.
It was them.
But this is the thing. I mean, none of
not uncommon. Like if
And this
I had a
John-
basement,
it's
I'd
in-
lock it from the outside.
John Bonet lived alone, right? Or was
No, she was
A
only-
6-year-old
Sorry, no, she.
or
I didn't
7-year-old
say how
girl?
old she was.
Yeah, I-
Jesus, sorry. No, she was only 6 years old.
okay.
Oh,
That's her.
When was this? What was the date?
96. She
Okay.
died.
nice hat.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean,
The basement being locked from the outside, that's not
but that
uncommon.
doesn't necessarily mean it was locked when she died. That means someone could have just locked it after.
Yeah.
Like,
after
if
they
I
got
had a
away.
weird.
basement, I'd lock it.
But they wrote a
'Cause it's
ransom
scary.
note, but then just killed her.
This
If
is
you
the
were
thing.
going to
Why would you bother?
if you were going to kidnap a child and demand a ransom, you would have a ransom note prepared already.
Why I don't.
You wouldn't do it on the
It
spot.
sounds like a panicky thing, but I mean, why would you write a ransom note and then kill him unless you did it by accident?
Well,
But
killed
why
him.
would you? Why would you start strangling someone?
unless you killed him and hid her first, and then go right. How can I stage this?
Well, a ransom note's not the way to go. I mean, not that I've killed many people, but
Well,
I wouldn't write a ransom
we are
note
getting
to
into
that.
the territory of how do you know so much about this? What would you do?
We are not pointing fingers,
No,
but what
we're
we
just
are doing is
assuming.
deducing.
That's
Do you know what
deducing, that's
screams out to me is
disgusting.
that the dad had just had a bonus and they asked for that exact amount. It screams of angry co-worker. to me.
Or
But why would
are
the...
they still together as a couple?
I honestly don't know.
Because the ransom note's the big one for me. If they're asking for some sort of money, it sounds like something's gone horribly wrong. Because the kid could have had a panic attack, or they just, I don't know, they tied it around there to tie him up, and they've just done
Done
it
too
too
much.
tight.
You look at it one
We've
way,
all been there.
you
Curbs.
think this is the
It's best.
fucking worst staged murder in the world.
Yeah.
You've got her dead downstairs. You're like, fuck, I need to write a ransom note or something. But why would you write a ransom note knowing full well that we're just pontificating here, that your daughter is dead downstairs?
Did the parents
This
say
wouldn't
whether they
make
were
any
in?
sense. You
No.
would take the body elsewhere, dump it in the fucking woods or something.
Yeah.
Do we have like a location of the parents when this roughly happened? Like, do they say they were in the house? They don't know. Were they-
From what I understand, yeah. I did do a fair bit of research. I couldn't really drill down into it as far as I wanted to.
And from memory,
It was
the
like they
police
just found-
didn't initially search the house.
Did they
No,
find,
because they assumed it was a missing
Yeah.
persons thing.
did they just find like the parents find the kid down there eventually and go, oh my god?
No, I
Or-
think the police did.
it screams of not the parents, so we don't get sued.
But then again, it's like it's so fucking badly staged. How could it be? I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe it's just really badly
It's
done.
amazing they haven't actually
Her
found.
father
something.
John found the body in the basement
Right.
7 hours after she had been reported missing.
We haven't got. I bet it's probably. Maybe you need to look into see if the parents said they were in the house for the last 7 hours or.
I just don't know. So
No.
there are.
There's a whole load of questions.
There's
It
a-
screams of a
there's-
total fuck
there's
up, whoever did
so
it.
many theories. There's so many theories. There's their neighbor Bill McReynolds who played Santa Claus.
Yeah, definitely him. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, there's-
Come
you
on.
miss that key part.
Jesus Christ.
Screaming nonsense.
Yeah, there's loads of there's
Sit on my lap, little
there's
girl.
there's a load of there was quite I think was it 38 sex offenders were registered in the local area. I say local.
Where do they
area.
live?
Within
Jesus.
within
fuck.
it.
Non-stop.
There were 38 registered sex offenders living within a 2-mile radius of the Ramsey's
I'd
home.
fucking move.
Yeah. What do you expect exactly?
Yeah, it's the like there've been 100 burglaries in the area as well months before the murder. So you've got yeah.
It sounds like he'd had just a decent bonus. He could have afforded to get out of there. Whatever's happened, it's his own fault. He should have moved out.
The only other thing that that sort of piqued my interest, which was about, you know, it's long been, they've put these child pageants are very closely linked to basically child pornography. Because, you know, it's weird, isn't it? Let's not beat around the bush. It's fucking weird, child pageant stuff. So there is this sort of theory that it might have been some sort of ring like that operating, and you don't know. And I mean, there's no real evidence to back that up, but that's just another line that I'm drawing on another string line I'm drawing on our detective
There's
chalkboard.
something way deeper going on here that we don't know about, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's either that or it's. And to be fair, the police. They would have done a full investigation because it sounds like such an incompetent murder.
And that's the other thing. When it comes to fucking kiddie fucking and paedophilia and all that, it all goes all the way to the top, doesn't it? And shit gets covered up real fucking quick. And there's like,
Look at old
you know,
Madeleine McCann.
We've looked into it as much as we can, and we couldn't get to the bottom of it.
You
Sad
look at
times.
fucking Epstein, they got a whole list of everything, yet the only person that's been fucking in prison now so far is his assistant.
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Hello? They've got a list of everyone that was there and the people that
all the people. They've got the flight records. Clinton was on there 23 times, and they're like, no, I don't know. I'm sure it's business.
Everyone bound to write, so fuck it. We'll just arrest the assistant and hope it goes away.
Fucking unreal.
But it screams if there's like a
like I say, more to it than meets the eye.
It's one of those things, but I think it's been so long now that it's probably all just been. It's long since covered up.
Yeah.
And it may come out in years to come, but I doubt it. So I expect if it is anything nefarious like that, like a child sex ring,
anyone that's alive's not saying anything.
They will have just fucking buried it all. Half the people that are involved are dead, and they've just like slammed the fucking book on it and gone, no, you can all sit there and fucking theorize on your podcast for the next 100 years.
And we fucking will. Thank you for the content.
None of it. Yeah, I don't. All that child fucking pageant shit. I don't like any of it. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, I that's where I put my chips.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more, and
it's too much to be.
A lot more people are involved than we think, and a lot of the people that are obvious in the case could be involved. Let's say, and I think it all probably ties in together. And there's a great fucking theory to be found, but you need to draw a lot of string lines there, and I have not got the fucking time or the intelligence or the resources to do that.
Or the string.
Or yeah. I ran out of string a long time ago when I started going down 9/11. I was like, no, I got 4 miles of string done.
It's all over the house. She's pissed off. Dogs trip over everything.
I'm like Carrie in Homeland, just like, don't take it away. It's important research. What have you got for us then, Marlon?
Shall we just... Now, this one blows my fucking mind. Elisa Lam.
Nope, never heard of her.
Yeah?
I don't know if I got this one.
Right. On January 26th, 2013, a 21-year-old Canadian tourist, Elisa Lam, checked into the Cecil Hotel in downtown LA. When she never checked out on February the 1st, nor had any contact with her parents, the LA Police Department was contacted. On February the 19th, 18 days from the last time she was seen, Lam's body was found floating, naked, in the water tank on the roof of the Cecil Hotel.
What was the reason they found her in they checked the water tank, Marlon?
Because the water was nasty and it had low pressure.
Stank a dead body.
Thank you, Cecil.
I've had that before, and I've been a dead rat in a water tank in the room. I thought it tasted a bit funny for a couple of days. Oh, hello, Podgy. Bit potent.
It's kind of like The Hangover with the mattress on the roof with a dead body.
Kind of, yeah. How did we get here? You're probably wondering how I got here.
Bad luck, I guess.
I've woken up on some
we
nights like that.
Carry on.
According to the hotel manager, when Lam first checked in, she was staying in a hostel-style room with other travellers. They complained about her and moved her to her own private room. They kind of said she had a bit strange, odd behaviour.
She was a bit of a bitch.
The last time she was seen was on a surveillance camera getting in the lift
I have heard of this. Isn't there a Netflix?
There is a
about it?
Netflix documentary about
yeah,
this.
I have seen this.
I've never heard any of
Right. The footage showed her acting strange and peculiar, almost like she was hiding from someone. She also moved her hands in strange ways, and it looked like she was talking to someone who was out of the camera's view.
Ketamine.
After her body and the surveillance footage was found, it was suggested she was on some sort of like hallucinogenic drug.
Right.
Nailed it.
Even though
So I was right, yeah.
hold
Keep
tight,
going.
hold tight. Even though Lamb was on 4 different medications for her bipolar disorder, the toxicology report showed no traces of any drugs or alcohol in her system.
Really? So she was a fucking nutter.
Yeah. The theory is that she was murdered and died as a result of drowning, but the autopsy report showed no evidence of trauma. To this day, no one knows how she was able to access the roof because that was padlocked and chained. Climb into the water tank and then put I think it was like a 15-kilogram lid back on the water tank
Where was this? Because when this.
Skid Row in LA.
in LA.
A shithole.
So
Um,
I'm just going to start off straight away. The hotel said the roof door was padlocked and chained because they have to for insurance.
yeah, but it probably
But is there any
wasn't.
proof?
Yeah,
Is there
well,
any proof all of this stuff was locked up in Skid Row in a hotel that's a bit of a shithole and a hostel?
I'm gonna burst everyone's bubble now because I think I've had this one sussed for fucking years.
Oh,
Right, okay.
whoa, whoa.
Hold tight for another Red
Yeah, let
Reckons.
Kirbz have a go.
Welcome back to
And-
Reg Reckons. Right, so you said that she was on 4 different types of medication, but they didn't find anything in her toxicology, right?
So she was on.
Antipsychotics, all types. She was, from all
she was
accounts,
on sugar pills.
yeah. Well, but from all accounts, she was. Yeah, well, this is the thing. You
was
say
off the
she was
fucking
on
head.
loads of tablets, but nothing was found in her toxicology. So that would lead me to believe she was off her meds. Which, if you are, struggling with psychosis, schizophrenia, whatever, I think she was diagnosed with various mental disorders.
Ailments.
You're off your fucking meds, right? I don't know if you've ever known of anyone be off their meds or ever read anything or watched anything about people being off their meds. They can go wild.
I've seen
Like,
Alex Jones a few times.
yeah, exactly. So her behavior if she's schizophrenic and she's off for antipsychotics is
Scatty as fuck.
gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah,
But surely they
absolutely
can.
dramatic.
Surely they can tell what she's been on when they do the autopsies.
Well, they
Yeah,
said
oh,
so
yeah.
they can go.
Nothing.
Look,
They
she
found-
wasn't
found
on
nothing.
this.
Yeah,
She
but
was
She
clean.
wasn't on her medication at
No,
all.
she wasn't.
Well, this is my theory is that she'd been off it for a fucking long time.
But they'd be able to tell that, would they, by the autopsy?
No,
Yeah,
if it worked its way out of her system, then no. But the thing is, with these antipsychotics and a lot of sort of antidepressants stuff like that, it's all about it builds up in your system. And
Right.
if you're off them, the longer you're off them, it's not like you stop taking them and the next day you go fucking nuts. They have to work. If it takes a long time to build up, it takes a long time to leave your
Most
system.
any drug would
Right.
So
stay in
you
your
will
system
end
for a
up
few months.
Yeah.
slowly reverting back to how you would be off the
But
medication.
she was just
So-
mental anyway.
So by the time you get to 0% in your system, you are just back to being
Shit crazy.
fucking nuts, right? This again, I'm just theorizing here. I don't know.
But
for
surely they'd be
certain.
able to look at the autopsy and say, well, actually, she wasn't on X, Y, and Z, which
Yeah,
she
no.
should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they
that's
said.
what they've done.
They
Okay, so
found
she was.
nothing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she was
you're right. So
completely
she was a
clean.
fucking
There was-
nutcase.
There was nothing found in her toxicology.
Yeah, she was on. She was
No
on that
drink.
case
Well, how did
drugs.
she shut the lid and all the rest of
Which
it?
one
did she shut the?
Logistically.
How did she shut the?
Well,
lid?
this is-
not that
the
hard, is
janitor.
it?
I blame the janitor.
So
whoever
going on
has the
from what
key.
you said about they said she was acting strange, they gave her her own room. Obviously, if you got somebody behaving like that, you're like, hey, we don't want to be with her anymore. And from what I remember from the Netflix series, which is never to be taken as gospel, same as the Wikipedia, that her parents had said that she texted them some fucking weird shit for a while and things like they didn't seem to think things were okay. And credence to what KIRBZ just said, of course the fucking hotel. This hotel's a shithole, right?
Yeah,
Let's not think this is like the fucking Radisson or the Plaza. This place is a shithole on Skid Row.
This ain't
that
no
is
Rosen Inn.
being used by. It's like the whole thing about the Cecil Hotel is awful things have happened there.
It's a
Of course,
hostel in
It's
Skid
a
Row.
shithole in Skid Row. Of course, people have fucking died and been murdered in there. It's places
There's
of fucking.
been people pushed off fucking
Yeah,
fire
it's
escapes.
probably full of
and all
It's
crackheads.
sorts.
it is literally
full of crackheads,
it's a fucking dive. Let's not call it. I mean, it's called a hotel, but it's not. It's a fucking dross hole.
It's like rehab with the drugs inside.
So that's why.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
good venue for the next doghouse piss up, I reckon.
I'm not
Should we
gonna
head out there?
I don't fancy Cali, mate.
Oh.
So yeah,
Right.
so going on from that, like KIRBZ said, of course they're going to say the fucking thing was chained and padlocked. Oh, because if they said no, they'd be like, well, hang on a minute, let's look a bit further into this. Is the way this place is such a dive.
Yeah, good point.
And from stuff I've read and stuff I've seen, a few people that have not been like buying into the how did she do it? Apparently, it's not that hard.
She jumped in that water tank. She just slipped her way through that lid and she just fucking drowned herself.
I mean, I can't really explain how the lid was fully seated back on after
She just slightly opened it up, slipped away in, and it just fell shut.
Or someone found her and
Well,
went,
maybe-
"Fuck
yeah, maybe
that,
it's
I'll
literally-
just,
maybe
I'll just
I-
close it."
I've not actually seen the lid. I was assuming it was like a sort of half. You had a big sort of circle on top, and it's in a half, and you got a hinge halfway along. You lift it up, and it slams down on itself.
It's
like
not
any-
a hot tub, Reg.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like a hot tub. But maybe if it
Got
is
an
like
easy lift
but
on
like
it.
you
Yeah.
say, even if it is like
15 kilos. A woman can lift 15 kilos, piece of piss.
well, yeah, but it's like it's
Yeah, but there's no way to.
if it's like a manhole cover, right? A human
If
being
you're
for a
in it.
minute, if you will. So
Yeah.
imagine you got a manhole cover, and you get down it, and your last thing to come down is your arm, and you're holding that thing up on an angle where the very edge of it is still seated on its base.
Yeah, you just
And
drop
as you fucking finally let go, you let go of it, your arm fucking falls through, and it just
falls into place.
falls back into place. I mean, I know we're stretching at this point, but
I
that's
don't even think that's a stretch. I think that's just a totally plausible. I think me and Reg are on exactly the same answer here.
I think it's a really reasonable explanation to say that she went fucking batshit crazy. She went up onto the roof that wasn't chained and padlocked like they said it was, and she chucked her, and she got. I mean, it's a really sad thing. Let's not do it down.
And we're on the assumption that this girl's had a bad time at this hostel because all her friends have left her. She's been kicked out of her room.
she
And she's-
wasn't
No,
with
but I
her
mean,
friends. She
she's
she
in a
was
hostel
traveling
with
on
a
her
group of
own.
people, and the group of people have said we don't want to be in a room with this woman. So
yeah.
she's been basically.
I'll be honest.
And she's in
But
some-
hang on, wait a minute. I've stayed in hostels. It takes quite a lot for someone to go, I
Exactly.
don't want to stay with this person because they're a fucking weirdo.
Well, the only footage
Because every
we saw-
hostel you stay in is full of fucking
Yeah.
weirdos.
Yeah.
And the footage that we saw of her acting in that kind of way, I think that bit
That is very.
it's that little bit of footage, because we've got footage, is because it's turned into this big thing. If we hadn't seen her acted like that, you'd be like, oh, girl got on the roof, got herself in there, kind of weird, but let's not think anything more of it. It's because she's acting as if someone's chasing her, which is, if you're schizophrenic or have,
In her
sort of
head, maybe someone was.
Yeah.
psychotic things, you're going to be thinking like that. You might be hallucinating or whatever. And I think it's a really simple explanation, and I think the internet's run away with it. But that's just my theory. I think it's just like the way she died is just horrendous. Imagine being trapped in a steel container with no way of getting out and literally treading water until you drown. That's fucking
Totally agree.
that's
And the other
awful.
question is,
Drowning
if
is
that
the worst.
wasn't the thing. So say that wasn't the thing, and you were absolutely sold that she couldn't have lifted that lid. I think she could, but if you're in your head, you can't see any way she lifted that lid. There is no other what if, right? That's where it becomes what the fuck
Somebody
could
killed
happen?
her.
Yeah, but you need evidence. They got the CCTV in the route,
It's
in
the
the
janitor.
elevators.
The janitor.
There's a lot of what ifs, but I think the obvious explanation that me and Reg can see quite
Yeah,
clearly is that unfortunately she had a very sad suicide.
That's-
or
What about you, Marlon? What do you reckon?
made a mistake.
Oh no, man.
I think it's aliens.
That's why it's unsolved.
Could be.
Well,
aliens.
That's my input on it.
Well, you're right
I'm not
there,
saying
Reg,
I'm,
it
I'm not
is-
saying I'm completely right, but I think my theory holds fucking water.
Hey! We don't need to go any further with that. That was brilliant.
Imagine drinking that tap water.
Oh,
Yeah, how bad does that taste? Decomposing pussy.
No.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Someone had tuna last night. Right, I got one to finish off with. You got any more after this? Or you?
I have one quick one.
Yeah.
I've
You
got a quickie. It's only a quickie.
Go on
though.
then.
That's what
And
your
it's
wife
not.
said.
It's not. It's only a quickie, and it's not that to be honest, it's not very unsolved because someone has been prosecuted for it, but they are convinced that there's more to it.
Is this?
And it's a Tiger King.
Is this White? Is this Jeremy
Count
Bamber
fucking
and
Baskin.
White House Farm?
No.
Oh, damn it! 'Cause
This
I don't think that
is,
Jeremy
and this,
Bamber
I
did
mean,
it.
we've had a great night, but this might be the best one yet. This is quite local.
Get back, Shadrach!
No. It's more local than that. More southern. More Somerset, my babber.
You're joking.
That's the one.
Not
No,
another one?
Who
So-
messed up the baby sham?
Can we get to it? Stop fucking around.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the mudding of the Somerset Gimp.
Right.
Have we all heard of the
Yeah,
Somerset
yeah,
Gimp?
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
conspiracy theory about the Somerset Gimp.
No, it's not. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
All right.
No, look.
Yeah, he did get caught. and
Someone got
prosecuted.
caught, but he's still convinced that there was someone else out there.
He's convinced.
Do you think it was a bit like in the Scream films? There's imposters that
Yeah.
take it off.
Look, if you want, we can leave it there.
So does he's not denying that he was a Somerset Gimp, but there were others as well.
There were imposters.
Do you mean Joshua Hunt, age 32, the
Yeah.
gardener?
Yeah.
He's convinced that in 2018, when there was reportings of a gimp,
Yeah.
a man dressed as a gimp masturbating in the road, that it wasn't him. And he only did it recently because he was mimicking the previous.
Oh, so
So
is
he's
the
a
imposter.
he's the copycat.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say
So it's kind of a mystery.
Why
but not-
would
But
you-
I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I agree with you,
You
Marlon.
put yourself in
Yeah.
that situation. It's fuck around and find out, isn't
It's
it?
like going to an airport on September the 12th, 2001 with a fucking turban on your head and going,
You-
death to America.
If you don't want to hear about the Somerset game, we won't talk about
Have
it. But
we
I
seen
think
the Somerset Gimp since he's been prosecuted?
No,
I haven't seen him
because he
since.
had a ban from
Well, I'll tell you what,
wriggling
hold this
around on the
space.
floor.
Hold this space, because if we see him again, we'll find the imposter,
He-
and I've got to go now because I got something to do.
he was quite a tall chap, actually.
I'm
with
not a tall
glasses.
chap. I'm not
You
a tall
are
chap.
tall. Why do
You're
we always
taller
think you're
than me.
taller than you are?
I'm 4.5
Anyway,
foot tall.
look,
You're like 6.
That was my
I'm
offering,
6 foot.
the Somerset Gimp. It's not really unsolved. It's kind of unsolved. Bottom
But-
line, it's a fucking hell of a story.
That's a potential
So-
mystery. That is a potential future mystery if it comes out again.
If you don't want to talk about a Somerset Gimp, we won't. But
If he,
I'm a big fan of his work, and I'm here to promote him. Okay. If not,
I've
we
actually
won't.
been working as his agent for the last few years.
No, I'll tell you why I know about him, because when he got convicted, 32-year-old from Somerset who's into gardening, I got a lot of messages from people I've never heard of before going, is that you? And I had to defend myself. I'm pretty well versed in what the hell this fucking
gimp-
pervert has been up to.
my gimp costume's actually green.
Yeah. Okay, Somerset Gimp, that's fine. We'll talk about something else more unsolved.
If you want to defend, if you want to come up with your
I can't defend him. I don't know him. I just think it's a hell of a story.
You're his agent.
And I know that full well there'll be people listening to this now going, well, I want to know more about the Somerset Gimp
Well,
because I've
tell
never
us.
heard of him. We all know about the Somerset Gimp because most of us probably know him.
It was big news, wasn't
It
it?
was
Yeah.
huge news for a
Well,
while.
this is The Guardian. I found this on. Man accused, hang on. Oh, bollocks.
It was quite exciting for a while when it first came out, to be fair.
Because
It's
we'd get a
local
picture every now and then.
of the gear. I never heard it. I didn't know he was masturbating. No, I thought he was just walking
No.
up and down the road.
Well, the
What?
thing, so the headline is the mudding with the Somerset Gimp. And mudding, for those of you that don't know,
It's a bit like docking.
it's a bit like docking. It's where you cover yourself in shit because you're so embarrassed about what you look like.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh.
And
that.
I know there'll be people listening to this going, "Oh, that's exactly what I do." But
Especially
mudding,
the Somerset
yeah.
Gimp, if you're listening, shout out.
He was 32, Joshua Hunt. This is from the internet, so it's got to be true.
Fuck it, let's get him on the show.
Get him down. This is,
When's he get released?
Well, this was the 3rd of November, 23.
He didn't get put away, did he? Didn't he just get?
No,
community-
no, he's
No,
got-
he had to
a-
pay a fine for being a perv.
Hold tight.
He had a community order, I think.
What is
didn't
the fine for being a perv? Just
So,
out of interest?
Curbs, let me just
£82.50. I mean, I don't. I
No, it was £100. It was £100.
Oh, Reg,
This
you were
isn't quite.
incredibly
This
Plus
isn't
VAT or
quite
yeah,
as
yeah, plus
like.
that.
it's-
Do you get a tax write-off for being
no,
a
he paid
doghouse?
cash 50 quid. It was fine.
Yeah, if you pay within 14 days, they have to.
You know, he was linked to 25 incidents.
Was he?
25 incidents. Joshua, Hunt, 32, has been given a sexual risk order after police argued there was a sexual motivation to the incidents.
I should imagine there was if you're wanking in the street covered in shit in a gimp suit. Seems like fair deal.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
No, it's not sexual at all. It's more administrative than anything. I have to do it for my tax
It's just
reasons.
part of my routine.
It's part of my sleep routine.
Apparently, being in possession of any type of mask or face covering, including improvised masks or face coverings that cover all or part of the face in a public place, including while in a vehicle in a public place, between the hours of 9 p.m. and 6 a.m., unless officially required for medical purposes of law.
That is
So hold on.
fucking
If
That's
I'm
what he got
bullshit.
driving
done
home
for.
from Halloween, I've still got or I'm a passenger in Halloween, and I've still got my mask on.
No
I
more-
could be.
So if I'm riding my motorbike
He's banned from. No, he's
Yeah.
been banned from that. Yeah, he's also been banned
past
from.
9 o'clock
No,
with
it's,
my...
it's only because he's been done for it. He can't do this
Okay.
anymore.
Oh, right. Right.
Also, wearing any type of mask or face covering, including improvised mask or face coverings that cover all. I've read that bit. Hang
There's
on.
face paint for Halloween for him then.
Basically, crawling or wriggling or writhing on the
That's it.
ground in a public place while wearing a full body covering, clothing that appears like a full body
Sorry,
covering.
hold on. Imagine having to be told you're not allowed to wriggle on the ground. How bad is it?
I love the fact that they've
welcome
said
to the
wriggling
UK.
or writhing. So if they're already foreseeing the future
He's
court
gonna do
cases.
it.
No, sir.
He's gonna
I
do
wasn't
it.
wriggling. I was writhing.
Do not dry hump that curb, sir.
He said, apparently, in Bristol Magistrates Court, the outfit I wear is not anything to do with the gimp. Hunter Gardner accepted he had previously made searches on his phone for stories about the Somerset Gimp, a mysterious figure who has been spotted since 2018.
Yeah, but I think
mean, who hasn't,
everybody in
right?
Somerset
Yeah.
looked that up.
Well, there's a gimp. Oh, they're all gimps. No, they looked for the gimp.
I like that this has turned into a conspiracy. That it wasn't entirely him. He's being blamed for skullduggery that wasn't
Do
him.
you know what I like? Is the district judge is called Joanna Dickens. How many times does she go, what the Dickens have you been up to?
Oh, Mr. Gimp, you're back again. What the Dickens is going on now?
What the
Apparently
Dickens?
she used to make her own cider. Dickens cider.
It's only on the weekends.
The court was told that at about 11:15 on Sunday the 7th of May, a woman was driving alone along Accommodation Road in Bleedon, North Somerset, when she saw a dark object at the side of the road. In a statement, she said that
It was a
as she
postbox.
neared the figure, she saw the person dressed in very tight, dark clothing with a mask over their face and white crosses where their eyes should be. They were writhing and crawling in a military fashion, she said. She feared
Why
it could
is that a crime?
She feared it could be an abduction attempt. I was terrified, she said. The woman drove away and when she got home, called the police. It was so surreal, I was shaking with fright. A borderline panic attack, she said. Just after midnight on the 9th of May, 2 women and a teenager were driving back from work when they saw a masked figure in black standing in the middle of the road, legs apart, arms behind their back. The driver said, a passenger screamed. I felt sheer terror, she said. It was a scary costume. She sped off and called the police. A passenger said, I screamed and covered my eyes with my hands. I was scared. It was
But I mean, I'd have
dark.
got a camera out.
In the middle of
She wants a
nowhere.
dangerous driving's job right there.
The teenager said the scream had been like something from a horror movie and she had struggled to sleep after the incident.
This is very
If that was any other woman
it-
driver, she'd have been like, I drove over a shiny speed bump earlier.
You know what?
Made a weird
The
noise.
second one I'll get, because they were in the first one, right? How many of us, you've been driving home, it's midnight, you're tired.
There's some cunt.
Who even, do you even notice what the person you're driving past is wearing?
Not unless they're in a fucking
She
gimp
must have been, or
costume.
that person must have been one nosy motherfucker, because I don't pay,
Curtain
even if I'm
switcher.
doing, 30 mile, I always do 30 mile an hour in 30 mile an hour zones.
Of
I
course.
don't, you don't really take that much in, do you?
No,
You got to-
I'm trying not to hit
you know what
anyone
you do?
and trying not to crash
Let him
into
live
the
his
car.
life, keep your fucking eyes on the road.
Well, through all this shit, he was fined £100 and told to pay £200 to each of his victims.
That's
apparently.
bullshit. That is so dramatized.
If I'd have seen him, I'd have been like,
I'd have got a camera out. Shag.
stop them, be like, get in.
If he's in the, right, if he's in the road, I get it. The people that saw him on the pavement, you get a life.
Yeah. Lit-
He's had a hard time, this guy. I mean, he was the Somerset Gimp, but the unsolved mystery is that he was saying he wasn't the original Gimp.
Oh,
in
so the
2018,
original
it was
Gimps-
someone else.
Imagine if the original Gimp
So I
comes
think there's
back.
at least 2 of them out there.
Don't be a fucking copycat, basically.
Well, there is that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty
'Cause
dumb.
You get tarred with a bad brush.
Yeah. That is
I
pretty...
think we can revisit this in a couple of years. I'm sure we're going to see the
Oh,
He'll be
no.
on. He'll be on
I want to
soon.
get him on the show. I want to get him on
The
the
other
show.
bit it said is he said he would don his black costume to go mudding, which is to cover himself in shit because he had a low self-esteem.
Right, no
apparently.
shit.
Yeah, now
but-
that's where that's a bit much. Isn't it?
Uh,
Walk along the street, fine. Just
the
give
old
some
Dickens
shit.
said it was bizarre. Basically, got done for
Yeah,
it.
she just needs a dick in her ass.
Maybe she used to go mudding one night.
Oh Christ!
He
What
obviously liked it.
wonderful, insightful information from a fucking judge. Oh, that's bizarre. Thanks. I think I could have worked that out, love. Jesus fucking
Fucking
Christ!
Somerset
I
Spider, so
I'd expect a little bit more intellectual fucking forethought than that.
Glad we
Oh, that
put
was
our taxes
bizarre.
into that one, boys.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
Fuck's
the that's
I
the
say
sort
bigger
of,
words than that every day on this fucking show.
that's the sort of unsolved/solved mystery of the Somerset
Well, I've
Gimp. I just thought people would like to know about a Somerset Gimp.
I think
I just thought.
You know what? It's
You
been a
know?
good topic, actually.
I think I've got a couple more, but I think we'll call it there.
No,
I think that-
let's get back up
no,
again,
no,
away
no, I
away
think-
from the Somerset
No,
Gimp.
I think the Gimp is a good place to leave it, man. I think.
I want to know what your next one is.
Well, that's
Do
fine.
your next one. We got
can,
time.
we can do another
Make
one.
it a quickie.
Part
No,
two?
no, no.
Do we hear part two?
Yeah, we'll do this. There you go. We'll leave it for a part 2. I can do a bit more research and fucking really get it fucking.
I'll
nailed
get
down.
my Gimp costume out. And
Well,
we'll do another
Put
episode.
it this way, the original Gimp's definitely coming back out. There's
There's a whole fleet of them.
Then we will have a mystery on our hands.
Right, get on Alibaba, Marlon. See what the deal is to bulk.
Do you know how, right, I can actually vouch for this. I think I mentioned it on the Christmas one. It's incredibly expensive, incredibly difficult to get a Gimp outfit because I was going
Yeah.
to buy you one for Christmas.
Well, like anything of that sort of niche sexual shit.
Yeah.
Like if you want like a St Andrew's cross or whatever, that fucking shit's a
You're looking
crazy
for a
money.
genuinely good Gimp outfit. You're looking at least 150, 200 quid.
You
Have you
can
ever
make
tried
them out
to-
of gaffer tape, though. You can make them out of just
Yeah,
black
but I'm not going to
gaffer.
fucking come here and put Reg in a gaffer tape. Am I?
Merry Christmas,
It won't
Reg.
be the
Hold
first time I
still.
thought about it.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'll give you a hand. Be fine.
All right, well, next Christmas party.
Yeah, man. All of that custom-made sexual shit is fucking
Yeah.
daft.
You talk
money.
to Gilo. He does leather shit now, doesn't he?
He told me he didn't want to make me a gun slip because he said it was going to cost too much money. Imagine covering me in fuck. You need about 40 cows to do me. Either that
We'll
or
just put you in one.
No,
even
fuck
just-
that, Marlon. Get a couple bottles of Raptor Lion or just do me out.
Even
Dab
just,
hand
a
with a
good,
short gun.
even just a good Gimp mask is expensive. And this sounds so perverted that I'm saying it, but I am only saying this it doesn't really,
I looked into
doesn't
it.
really dig myself out because of genuinely the only ones I've looked forward to get for Reg, but
I bought,
it was Christmas, all right?
as a joke, I bought I don't think it was just like some PVC plastic shit, Gimp mask, and I think it was about 14 quid on eBay.
I was trying to find the leather stuff, and it was like...
Oh, the leather
Was
shit's
it
crazy.
was it
money.
wipe clean?
Reg,
Gotta have
I'm not
wipe
gonna-
clean stuff, haven't you?
I'm not going to buy you no cheap shit.
I
Reg,
just
is like-
hydrophobic
Oh,
coat
you
it.
treat me. When we bought Kenneth, we bought him out the fucking bargain bin at the bottom of Cyberdog. He'd already been returned.
We've moved up since...
That's why he
like your
stinks.
second-hand TV, and that's why he has so many problems.
Where is Kenneth? Is he still here?
He's there under the
down-
table.
He
He's
was
down,
there.
He's down by Reg. Yeah, I get
No,
it.
he's
Just
still
having a
under
little lay
there.
down a minute, Matt.
Right, that'll fucking do, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Rate us 5 stars on everything you listen to us on. Oh, there was a little announcement I was going to make, but I've totally forgot what it is, so it can't be that fucking important, Marlon.
Remember the next event.
Yes, the 10th of August. Get your fucking hotel rooms booked. The tickets aren't out yet, but you know the hotels are going to get booked up faster than the ticket sales, so if you want to come, get it booked. Back at the Batham West Thatcher's Bar. What is it, Marlon?
It's a goddamn country and western night. Yeehaw!
We are having a
It's a
hoedown.
hootenanny.
It's a
hoedown.
It's a hoedown, a hootenanny.
I thought it was a hootenanny.
Oh, I don't know. I think my hoe's down at the moment. She's gone to bed. Right. Yeah. Thanks everyone for listening. I've been Reg.
Buy the fucking merch. I've been Marlon. Get out of my house. Love you millions.
I've been KIRBZ.
And I've been Willis.
Hey!
And that's the end.
Ah!
Until next week.
Hey!
Get back, Shadrach!